chat. Hello, 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 hello. Play me out. Hello, 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 everybody. Welcome back to the Outblock, your one-stop shop for everything commentary, news, and research and goings-on the internet. I'm your host, FalGEXE, coming at you live.
Let's start this stream strong. Cinny is a nonce.
Cinny is a pedophile. I don't say nonce, I say pedophile because she hits every single marker. But hello, everybody. Oh, let me get some water because that kind of fucked my voice a little bit. Oh my God. So, chat, what's been going on? I had a very busy day with family, so I was like, you know, I thought that I could do a small little stream, an easy stream, because this is going to be a little bit easy because Toastify has already made a video on Cinny that I wanted to give some breath of air. What is your secret to holding that note? It is a lot of breath control. Yes, Vance, the Bears did lose. It is incredibly sad. It is incredibly, incredibly sad. We need to keep our vocabulary varied. I say she has a preference for persons below the age of consent. Are we gonna do the thing where we call Cinny an Abiba-phile? Did SYNNIBEAR really die? No, she didn't die. The reason I'm calling this the eulogy stream is because for the foreseeable future, I feel like this is going to be this and Blue, I believe the channel was Blue Maxine, which one of the first videos we ever watched on like a comprehensive retrospective on Cinny. I feel like those are the most definitive videos on SYNNIBEAR, and I don't see her coming back. I don't really know what's going on in the life of Cinny, Jack, and fuck you, Queen, you stupid fuck. But yeah, like Blue's video was pretty good. It was a different type of video. Hey, Nimnagudra with the 6 months.
At Nimnagudra 8130 became a member. At Nimnagudra 8130 celebrates 6 months of membership. Happy birthday, Vance.
Happy birthday, Vance. It's so good. Everybody, you should tip and use your subscription thing today to say happy birthday to Vance. You should continue to say happy birthday, Vance. Holy shit, I think we're gonna hit, some people are gonna be like a fucking full year here, which is actually kind of insane. I have a feeling that a lot of people are gonna hit their like 12 months here. Like we have so many Outblock kiddos because people have done more than 9 months. It is kind of creepy and scary. What was I gonna say? But yeah, we've watched I'm almost at 12 months name. That's fucking crazy. That's fucking crazy because I don't have any more colors to this, I really don't have any more colors to the train token. Oh, that's actually like, I guess like one of those things for newer people, that may or may not ever have known. The train token thing is, so can we get the gold one? The gold one is, I believe, the year, and I believe a platinum is 24 months, if I remember correctly. So for people who don't know, it was a running joke in the community for our autistics, for our autists in chat to type AU, and I would always say that they're golden because it was just like one of those things where it was like really, really funny that everyone kept saying AU for autist to like identify themselves in the chat. And so the train token just kind of became a thing for the community. It has nothing to do with the Outblock whatsoever, but it is something that's like near and dear to my heart. It's something really near and dear to the origins of the yes, as Tusky knows, AU. It is like one of those things that was like very near and dear to my heart. For those who don't know, AU is the periodic table of elements designation for gold. So for me personally, it was always like one of those things that I was really, really like having fun. 1 year is silver, 2 years is gold. Christ, man, I'm stingy. I'm fucking stingy. But if you do, by the way, get a gifted membership You can, if you're a member or if you purchase a membership, you also do get the ability to use some of our many and lovely emotes. I really should probably update some of them, but like some of the major ones that we have is obviously our emote that allows you to put the train token in there. Yes, the derail, Kristen Arc, it will not make an appearance. I don't believe Chris will make an appearance. I talked to Chris today. Very briefly. I love like no joke. I really like talking to Chris. It's interesting, like just how much oh my god, it started.
Happy birthday, Vance.
Yeah, happy birthday, Vance. Thank you, Pinker, with the 5. It's I really it's been really funny like streaming for I guess over a year now, and like just regularly talking to like you know Diesel, because like I was his mod, and then oh my god, I said Vance, Jesus Christ, Chris and like Beckett, and like we just like talk like sometimes content stuff, sometimes normal shit, and I think that it's like really really funny because like the idea of like the commentary community died the moment I joined it, which is like it's really funny. I miss Xylee all the time. I do try to catch up with only Lolcow Reaper, but I don't know anything that's going on over there. I don't know. I hear names, I'm like, I don't fucking get this. I don't get this. I would love to one day somehow get Xylee onto the stream again. I did not kill the Cabal. I know the exact thing that killed the Cabal, and it was Bo Black showing off his cock. And ironically, that was the day the Cabal died. From what I very much know, that was the day. That was the day the fucking group chats died. Oh, I have only heard the fucking stories. Cause like I guess because it's like the whole lyrics thing, and Liam Donovan may or may not be trans, which I give like 0 fucks about. Like I don't care so much about Boblex being trans, because I didn't not Boblex, holy shit. Lyrics like potentially maybe being trans, because I don't know lyrics that much. I only know the lolly lyrics joke enough to I have to send you my thing set to the tune of American Pie. I mean, if I could do it, I'd do it. It's just so funny to me, because like I remember specifically the group chat, and it would come out like not the group chat, but just the discussions outside of it, when Bo Blacks thought it was a really really good idea to leak the lyric stuff, and everyone's like, and this is, a lot of people have talked about it publicly. Everyone was telling Bo Blacks, don't do this, don't do this, don't do this, don't do this, stop, 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 stop. And that kind of like, and the cascade of Bo Blacks's of 111, it was like commentary was dead. Like the commentary, like kind of nettedness, was like gone before then, but really Bo Black's doing that kind of just killed it, which was funny because Augie came back, but like the community was never the same. Yeah, Smaggle was the only dude who said it was a goof. Yeah, like it was like the Cabal was always a goof. Like it was just people who got together and had fun. And then EHD had like EHD really infested commentary. I always make the joke that Diesel and I affected EHD in different ways, which is really funny. Obviously, because of the Cameron stuff with Diesel. And then with me, it was like murdering Brad Tastes. Because like for those who don't know or don't remember, Brad Taste in Music was really when EHD came out of the Twitch poll space and affected everybody else, because in my opinion anyways, because it was like Brad got affected by EHD. Brad's crash out is directly impacted by EHD. And so it's been one of those things that was insane. Yeah, you assassinated Brad Taste. I don't think I assassinated him, but that reminds me, I really got to reach out to Tina, see how she's doing. I've talked to Tina in the months after everything happened. I should really reach out to her and see how she's doing. She's a great person. Getting to know her was really, really special. What is EHD? EHD is Ethan Hassan Destiny. Ethan Hassan Destiny. Now, some people have now said it's Ethan Hassan Diorio. Which I listen, I'm not throwing shade on Diorio too much. I do think that like covering too much EHD has been a problem. I openly think while I think Caseytron, Denims, and I guess Frogan by that nature are all fucking morons. They are like fucking morons. I will say I do think the Ethan Klein lawsuit on Caseytron is very, very bad for the platform. I don't ever call any of my streams replacements to a lot of I don't call my streams replacements to the content that we watch. I always encourage you guys to watch it, even if it's a hate watch, sure. But it's something really fascinating where it's just bizarre. Ethan dropped that. Well, Casey had to like go on and fucking at gunpoint apologize to Ethan. And then he's reacting to it like it wasn't a pre-planned like response. Like, you know what I mean? Like their lawyers had to approve that response. And so it's one of those things where I'm like, listen, she's a fucking moron. None of those people should have done that. But like, it's very, very dumb to call your stream the replacement. Like, give me the money, you don't want other people to do it. Like, it's very, very dumb. Like, I always make the joke here that, yeah, like when somebody e-begs, actually give me their money. But I don't think I've ever gone on a stream and said, hey, you should, Liana, what's up?
At Lion Atayla became a member. At Lion Atayla celebrates 1 month of membership.
Thank you. What's up, Liana? Liana, great person. I've had a few conversations with Liana. Really like Liana. Great person. It's so silly. Like EHD has really like changed the way a lot of us look at content. And it is like, I'm not gonna say, oh my god, it's so sad. No, fuck. Like I've been open about it. Like I'm what people would call like the fallen Hassan fan or whatever. Like I was in his community, more for the fun stuff, less for the politics, because we didn't agree on everything. I thought Leftovers was a pretty okay project, and I've openly said I think Ethan wasn't ready for the blowback that came with being Hassan's friend. And he was an idiot for that. And he was an incredible idiot for that. And he suffered the repercussions. But like, it's just so like commentary in that nature and the coverage around that has changed, where you need to have like a fucking hard stance on politics, or people will just call you like on either side, call you the worst things. And it's just so fucking weird, man. It's so fucking weird. I only like Hassan when he's with Maya Higa. Did you guys see fucking Miskiff like is announced a pregnancy, which I have no idea how true that is, by the way. I don't know how true that is. It could be a fucking troll. I don't know how I feel about it. But it is like really, really interesting if that's actually true. Apparently Mizkif got his current girlfriend pregnant, but I don't know how true that is either. Yeah, Ethan should have never had, like, all the stuff about Ethan's family and the stuff that was brought to his home should have never happened. And that's one of those things I've noticed with a lot of the top streamer shit too. The level of haters is insane. Fucking, and like, yeah, like anybody can dox, anybody can swat, anybody can do all that shit, but it's crazy. He's gonna be paying child support within the next year. I mean, if he follows the realm of low tier god, he just won't pay it. There's like, I actually feel bad. Apparently, low tier god's baby mama came out and is like, this man owes us so much fucking money and we're not doing well. And I'm just sitting there being like, what a fucking piece of shit. I mean, LTG was always a piece of shit. Like, that's never changed, but it is very, very weird. Demon mode is a lifetime thing. Who knows? Yeah, no, Dale's a piece of shit. Like, it is what it is. Like, I've talked about it. I liked LTG as a personality per se, like what he represented on the internet. But as a person, no, he's a fucking piece of shit. He's fucking abhorrent. I do think it was funny that he got kicked out of, as a character. Yeah. I think it was really funny that he was getting banned from shit because, like, you know, he was being incendiary with comments around like the LGBTQ stuff from what I remember. And that got him caught. But like, there's so much the low tier god lore. And like, if you cover him, he'll hate you for life. Like, I don't know how many people know about low tier god's forever war with June the King. I don't know if people even remember that, because that's actually so far long ago in June's catalog. But like, low tier god was after low tier god would have doxed him. Low tier god would have doxed June the King. He was after that fucker for forever. Like, I have zero knowledge of LTG. Oh my god. Yeah, no, he fucking stalked him. He was so he was so fucking ready to dox that man, in my opinion, and it was really fucking bad. And it was really, really like insane. Fuck, Fishy, stop spamming. But it was crazy. Fuck me, man. Low tier god. Oh god, I miss you, buddy. But yeah, that's pretty much it for that. What are there's some announcements. We'll probably, okay. So I'm going to reach out to Himpleton tomorrow, most likely, and grab these Avalon calls. For those who haven't been following the saga of, fuck me. For those who haven't been following the current Parlo internet adjacent Avalon saga, it's been really weird. I can tell you personally that I can tell you personally that I can tell you it's so funny. Avalon is very not happy that the contract came out. I can tell you. So for those who don't know, I was on Dickers' stream last night. I may play a clip from it just because like there was like a little funny moment. But to IA's credit, IA leaked the contract between him and Avalon's company, because everyone was arguing about who was what, where, and why. Who, what, where, why, right? And the contract, yes, Avalon's management company with Internet Adjacent, we have the contract. We have the revenue contract, what it is, who was involved in the contract. Now, there are names to like hide certain things, but like it is incredibly funny.
At the Jack Oaf Slades became a member.
Oh
At the
my
Jack
God.
Oaf Slades celebrates 1 month of membership. Speaking of, where is your new co-host Caramel?
Yeah, where is Caramel Fang? I miss that fucker.
Ding dong. The witch is dead.
Oh my gosh, she's not dead, but we could think that she is. Thank you, Axis. If someone can get me the timestamp, I hope, yes, with the other agency, that's funny. If someone can get me the timestamp from Dickers' stream where I do my performative crash out on Caramel Fang, so there was a guy in our chat, and there was a guy in obviously Himpleton and Dickers' chat by the name of Caramel Fang that was like, IA wronged me, IA wronged me, IA wronged me. He did all this thing to me. Like he bullied me off the internet. Internet Adjacent, from what we understand, did absolutely nothing to this guy. We don't understand. And like, he was just following the story, right? And so we go on, I go on Dickers's stream just because like there were certain things that like they were all getting lost on, which happens. They were just getting lost on it, and it was just so fucking funny. And so yeah, Beckett was there, even like fucking Aiden and Nicandros were there. And this guy's like, IA's internet adjacent is a pedophile. And I'm like, so we're all like, okay, how is internet adjacent a pedophile? He hasn't told it to us. He also claimed that if you fuck in the fursuit, you are zoophilic. And I'm trying to get this guy to talk because what we find out, if it's true and just not a troll, even though he's kind of a moron. Also, where's the Streamlabs donation link? I'll get the I'll put it up. Give me a second. But like, we're talking to him. Meanwhile, the fucking guy's telling us that he has a fucking fursuit. And so I'm sitting there being like, what the fuck are you talking about? He's like, well, I just have the hands and the paws, and I'm like asexual, aromantic. I'm like, okay, so like, what do you mean by all of this? And he's like, yes, if fucking in the suit is fucking in the suit is zoophilic. And then we keep going, and we're just talking about all this shit. And as we're waiting for him to get the definition, the federal definition of pedophilia, which wasn't true. He was like trying to decipher if internet adjacent actually committed a crime when talking to Avalon under the age of 18, which, listen, we don't have anything, but it was like kind of crazy, right? At a certain moment, he just like throws up his hands and is providing nothing. And he's quiet. And I'm just like, fuck it. I'm gonna be performative. And then I fucking fake a crash out. And then he threatened me. He fucking threatened me. And I was like, oh, you're gonna threaten me, big boy? What are you gonna do? You gonna take this off? Oh, I can't do anything on the internet. Are you gonna do something offline? You gonna come to my house? What are you gonna do, buddy? What the fuck? Make my day, motherfucker. Oh yeah, he's a fur hobbyist. It was so fucking, because like this dude isn't saying anything. And I'm like, please, you've been brought on to bring content and you brought nothing. The screenshots you brought were nothing. And so I'm just like, okay, I've got to do something. I've got to make this stream entertaining. And so it's just like, I'm just fucking screaming at him. I'm fucking yelling at him for fun. And it was just so stupid. If someone could find that for me, I think Zane's looking for it. I wouldn't know where it is. But it was just like one of those. And then the fucking guy, like Beck and I leave, Aiden leaves, I think like Kandros leaves, and everybody leaves. And this guy just sits in the VC the entire stream. Like, he just sits in Dickers' VC the entire time, not saying anything. They're all talking, and he's just sitting in there doing nothing. It's so fucking funny. He's just sitting there on mute or just not around, and it was so fucking hilarious. I was like, Dickers, leave your own Discord. And then he even can't come. He's just there. He's just like quiet as a mouse, man. And we're like trying to talk to him, like even after the crash out, I'm being nice, right? And I'm trying to fucking talk to the guy, and the guy's not saying anything. And I'm like, what are you doing? Oh hey Fauci, did you know someone flashed me with the glitterless Cinderella today in the library? That's okay. That's crazy. Yeah, new form of punishment is banished to Dickers VC. It was just so fucking funny. And I felt so bad for, I don't feel bad for Dickers because it was content. But, like, at a certain point, it's just a fever dream, and we're all just, like, hanging out and just talking about nothing. And it was just so bizarre. Oh, my God. You know, we'll go on to the topic. I know I'm not going to go on Twitter. For this, we'll go to the topic. Let me go to the camera watch thing. Yes, everybody. Yes. Hold up. There we go. There we go. I had to fix something. Okay, is the Discord on? What is all this guy? So everybody, while that video is being found, we are going to be covering Toastify Sin of SYNNIBEAR03. Now, we've been covering SYNNIBEAR since obviously the big jar debacle, and it's been really interesting. It's been incredibly interesting to learn a little bit more about SYNNIBEAR over the period of time. We have a couple different streams on Cine. I do recommend if you want to learn a little bit about SYNNIBEAR. Let me find this person. I think I still follow them. God only knows if I can find them right now. Blue Maxine, I believe it's called. Hold up. Let me see. SYNNIBEAR. Let me see if I can find it. No. That's us. Fuck. Am I still okay? They just go by Blue. So I never got to watch the second video. Hey, look, Gokato's here. I saw Gokato in the chat. Nick Andros. Yeah, it was fuck me. Like we watched this first video. We never got the chance to watch the second video. But I do recommend Blue Maxine's channel for this. I do actually recommend it because the videos were interesting from the perspective of someone who is really entrenched in the art community as an artist. There were things I didn't agree with part of the video. Mainly, one of the big contenders of the video was the vent art stuff, where Cinny was as like a 13 to like as a minor, but still in her teens, but as a minor, she was like making like crazy vent art stuff about like wanting to like kill Birdie's former partners and hurt her own former partners and things like that. And I had always said like this was a troubled psyche from the get-go, and there's no way to square the circle on that one. Like, you can't just make that any better. And the idea of like, oh, well, this was a standard in the community, you know, vent art is a standard of the community. Like, no, that's like unacceptable in my personal opinion. When you see just the level of insanity that is Cinny. Like, Cinny is an insane person, and it would just be a constant effort of insanity. From what I understand, because I watched a little bit of Toastify's video, but I haven't watched all of it. From what I understand, not all of that stuff is there. So I do recommend Blue's channel as well. I know that they made these two videos. They did pretty well for them. They haven't made any videos since. I know people who know them. I do. It's not vent art if that's all you make. Yeah, that's. But again, like like there's fascinating things about Cinny that I think are interesting. For Toastify's purposes, I don't think he needs to go into everything, every fucking detail. Again, these are two 43-minute videos. You don't need that. However, Toastify has made a video on Cinny. Now, interestingly enough, I know Deadwing Dork also made a video on SYNNIBEAR recently. And it was really interesting. I watched a little bit of it, because it's like, it's like 3.5 hours, maybe even fucking more. Because it's a compilation of all of his coverage of Cinny. Like, starting from like shitting on who she was years ago to the crash out that was her pedophilia and all of that nonsense. And it is really, really interesting. I'd also, I know I have some crossover with Deadwing Dork. I don't know him personally. But I know I have crossover with him. I actually recommend that video if you kind of want to see the way the coverage of Cinny has changed over time. And it's so interesting to me because, again, in an odd way, even though SYNNIBEAR is the pedophile, she's less crazy than Birdie, which is insane to me. I don't understand how that fucking happened. I don't understand. Like, I legitimately don't understand how that happened. That the pedophile is less weird than her psycho roommate. I don't know. Like, Birdie's history is insane. We've covered Birdie multiple times on this platform, and I think it's really, really fun. But I wanted to cover this as a SYNNIBEAR03 eulogy because I don't, from my knowledge, Cinny has no plans on coming back. Now, I know that that is temporary. Everyone knows that that's temporary. We don't have any idea at a certain point, but it is kind of crazy to think about that she may never come back. Also, by the way, there's like 215 of you, and I don't even know how many fucking likes are on the video right now. Actually, there's like 220 of you and only 32 likes. Can we get the likes up? Remember, every time we hit a goal, the dog gets a treat. You may not see her today, just because I was out all day doing stuff with family. But she will be fed, and I will make sure that she gets fed. So if you want to contribute to the stream, you could do that. Also, if you're new here, you can like, subscribe, or join our Discord. You can join our Discord. Our Discord is 18 plus, and your account must be 6 months or older, not 16 months. But thank you guys. Without further ado, I think it's long overdue. Let's go over Toastify's video at 1.25 speed because everyone talks slow in this community. But SYNNIBEAR03.
You go. Go.
Because I still care about him. I still love him.
Toastify, what the fuck is this like performative ass art piece, you motherfucker? This fucking asshole.
You grew them. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it.
I'm hoping that we'll both be able to live a normal life together, and we can help each other, and maybe I can show them the love and understanding that they never got. I was going to make a video talking about a recent document that was released about me. I've been an irresponsible content creator.
Do you think, okay. Was Cinny? Hey, Bubonic Tonic with a 420.
Bubonic Tonic tipped $4.20. Deadwing's video is so kino. He references Ariane and Guilt Machine. Also evil fact, Cinny has admitted to wanting to wait till Birdie was fresh from a breakup so she could date him.
That is very
He made a comic of Birdie
true.
S.A.ing him. Good night.
That's incredibly true. Thank you. It's really fucking funny. That's my boy. But what was I gonna say? I got fucking lost in the song. No, is Cinny to Birdie what IA was the Parlo? Now follow me here. Cinny was obsessed with a lol cow, which would be Birdie. IA was obsessed with a lol cow, which was Parlo. And
Deltarune tomorrow.
Is there a new Deltarune, or are you asking me to do Deltarune? Because I do have the Avalon stuff that I kind of wanted to cover as well. But okay. Because you gotta think about it, like, all these people are just so enamored. Like, there's stories of Cinny, like, sitting on, like, Birdie and, like, fucking, like, poking them in their, like, vagina or some shit. It's so fucking weird. Why would you say something controversial yet so true? It's so fucking bizarre, man. These people were so fucking weird. Did Cinny try to shove a sparkly dildo up Birdie's ass? Well, if the lore is true, they would free bleed on one another, and Cinny would poke her in the vagina, or him in the vagina. So who the fuck knows?
And I've been acting inappropriately towards my fans.
SYNNIBEAR03 is a name that's become synonymous with the word degenerate in the last year, thanks to an incredibly high-profile controversy about her interactions with a minor. But how most people have seen her, from her fights over cats or the explicit comics in her DMs, is—
Jesus Christ, this comic is insane, by the way. I've read a little bit more about this comic. Like, reading into it, the comic is actually insane. Can't you get sick from free bleeding? I don't fucking know.
only a snippet of Cinny's online history. Once known as Scootaloo Love Sans, Cinny was a part of the animation meme community and represented some of its highest peaks. At only 14 years old, her short videos went viral, one of them gathering over 20 million views. Yet, when hearing of Cinny's name, even in a situation directly about her, it's interesting how much she becomes an afterthought in the shadows. It all seems to be more focused on a crazed roommate or delusional defenders. Almost no.
It is, okay, so it is really interesting because Cinny's lore, I think it's because Cinny immediately ran away. And it was such an open and shut case. I feel like a lot of people kind of forget when the SYNNIBEAR stuff reignited, because for a time, people kind of just thought it was done and dusted because she admitted to being a pedophile. And then she stopped. And it got so fucking bizarre. Like, it was so weird. She admitted to like all of these like weird feelings about minors and all this stuff, and it's like very weird. Does she get off to this? Well, if you read the document, if you read Eno's document, you would find out that Cinny frequently would talk to Eno about how attractive it was that they were a minor and how they were cute that they were a minor. That was like a huge thing for me when everyone's like, oh, calling him a nonce or a groomer. And I'm like, no, this is a pedophile. This is someone who is identifying that the features of the child that they like is the fact that they are a child. Now, it doesn't mean that a pedophile is purely attracted to just children or just teens. It was more the fact that like the identifying factors for her was that she found Eno cute for having to go to school, having those types of responsibilities, saying that minors were just more interested. Like, it was so bizarre.
One looks past the recent events and how her reputation was once as a golden child of her own community. You realize that Cinny's story is a perfect painting of a spiral from childhood fame. The many dramas she racked up along the way were mere tremors of what was to come. So who is, or rather was, SYNNIBEAR03? Cynthia Totsky was born on September 22nd, 2003 in Springfield, Missouri. Her last name, sounding so stereotypically un-American, stems from her being a quarter Polish, as well as being able to...
Okay, I didn't know we needed to know she's a quarter Polish. Thanks, that was the fine. I don't know where that got me. Guys, did you guys? It's her last name, incredibly un-American. She's a quarter Polish.
Speaks in Russian. Cynthia and her family moved around Missouri through her life, going from Springfield to Independence and then to Lee Summit.
Eggward, what's up, buddy?
Cinny got to go under the jail 100 times through the wood chipper.
Oh, wait. Speaking of Eggward, I want to share something that was really, really cool that they sent me recently. Where are you? Where are DMs? I got my own little Falgy lick. That's gonna somehow make it to the Discord. I gotta figure out how to do that. But yes, I got my own little Falgy lick. So this is great. I'm gonna get that in there. It's so fucking funny. But thank you so much, dude. This made my fucking day.
Where she studied in Lee Summit West High School. This single presentation for school from 2018, found out there in the online ether on some forgotten account, tells us some interesting information. Cinny claims to have previously worked in a GameStop, and had a vested interest in video games, referencing Zelda, Mario, and Minecraft in a mock-up business card. She would later graduate from high school with a diploma. Cinny grew up as a Christian, something
Falgy when he sees Cloudy. Y'all... Okay. You know what? I'll get one fucking tweet. You know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna be a simp for like 20 seconds. Give me like a fucking, give me something. Give me real quick. Hold up. I need to do something. Where is it? Where is this fucking tweet? Bruh. Can we talk about how hot my wife is for a second? Can we just talk about this? Hot! Can we just talk about this? My fucking voice cracked. That's how fucking insane I love this woman. I'm still fucking sick. Is your wife single? I mean, you could ask her. Fuck it, I love this woman to death, man. My fucking voice cracked so hard. Get on with it. Capsize, it's been a bit. How's work been, brother? You all right, buddy? I haven't seen you in a bit. Or are you at school? I forget. But yes, no, I love her very, very much. I saw that, but I didn't know what hog meant. Well, listen, she got the hog. It's mine. It's my hog.
Expected from the American South. From what we can discern, her life at home was still—
I graduated in 2022. Oh, congratulations, Capsize. You graduated. Everyone, let's congratulate Capsize on graduating. I love it. Thank you. What the fuck are you sending me, fishy?
Still generally stable, although Cindy's parents seemed to be more controlling, constantly looking over everything she was doing. When she started a YouTube career, they would set up a bank account that she could put her earnings in, but withheld her earnings from her until she was 18. The family also had some mental health issues.
It's my hog.
With Cindy's father and younger brother having ADHD, and Cindy herself being autistic. Cindy has also attributed some unfortunate incidents to her early life, claiming to have been sexualized by adults and traumatized. Cindy had an interest in art from the age of 2, and most likely took up similar subjects in school. However, it wasn't until her dad bought her a computer that she would be able to publicly express that art through the internet. Cindy joined both YouTube and DeviantArt in March 2014, but
the deadliest combination of all. YouTube and DeviantArt. Now, if I heard that this fucking bitch had a Tumblr, I would like lose my fucking mind. She probably did. Because I only the most degenerate shit happens on Tumblr. Let's be real. Let's be fucking real. Only the most degenerate shit happens on Tumblr.
Wouldn't be active on either platform until the year after. Being only around 13 at the time, Cindy's interests were in stuff that appealed to young girls at the time, and it was the My Little Pony series in particular that—
Bro, why is it always I fucking hate this show. Why is it always My Little Pony? Why is it always My Little Pony? Oh my fucking god, Pixel Fauci, since when? Skell, I've always had this. I've had this for like a couple months now. Pancake Fluffs in the Discord made this for me a like couple months ago. And I love using this little VTuber thing. It's super, super cool. Yeah, bro, it's always the crossover between MLP and Complete Degenerate is actually insane. I hate it. I hate it so much. I know, Skull, you haven't been around in ages, but you just haven't been around.
Captured her imagination. One of the MLP characters would become a basis for her first online name, Scootaloo. Although this might be a little unfamiliar now, old viewers of her will recognize this name far better than SYNNIBEAR. From her start, Cindy's understanding of technology seems remarkably solid for the time. Her early videos in 2015 were made with YouTube's video editor, even with—
Didn't Birdie have the same origin of their dad getting them a computer than getting online? Yeah. Also, what the fuck am I looking at? Why?
the MS Paint she used. Some of them featured stop motion with her toys, others were recorded speed paints and eventually full animation. Even her first public video is a short story based on a real experience of a friend that she made, moving away and later reconnecting with her online. As per usual, the story is represented by MLP avatars. Cindy's online activity would eventually draw her towards an emerging subsect of the wider online art community, driven by a trend of short repetitive animations over specific parts of music or audio. It became what we know nowadays as the animation meme community, but back in 2016 it was—
Oh, it's Ashley, I know that name.
Still in its early stages, and a new young
Twisted Doctor, I also have heard this name.
Generation of artists were coming online and making YouTube channels. SYNNIBEAR would be drawn towards a section of this animation meme
It's Birdie. Look, it's Birdie. It's Birdie.
community, populated entirely by young tweens who fangirled over the character Sans from Undertale. Cindy's arrival—
Bro, Sans has fucked over so many people. Sans ruined so many young minds. We should kill Sans Undertale. We should murder Sans Undertale. Fucking ruined all of these people.
Wasn't by mistake. She had adored Undertale and Sans in particular before coming across them. And in short, all these fangirls would essentially obsess over Sans, draw him in romantic situations with their OC, mashing up their OC with him.
Oh, that's disgusting. What is happening?
You get the idea. This is where you get the second half of Cinny's old online alias, Scootaloo Loves Sans. But would you know that fangirling is no easy feat? Over time, some jealous individual or ambitious troll would hate raid your video or draw them literally killing your character.
Oh, yes! I forgot about this, yes! Like, they would all fucking... That's a fucking name, by the way. Holy shit. Holy shit, that's a fucking name. Holy fuck. Holy fuck, holy fuck, holy fuck, holy fuck. Holy shit. But yes, I do remember this. It was the murdering of each other's OCs. Oh, wow. Account name is fucked.
If you post about loving Sans too much, most of these young Sans fangirls would eventually reply with the same tactics. Interestingly though,
no, I ain't fucking saying shit. There's so much going on screen, Toastify!
Later rival, Cinny went against the grain, pledged to not harass or attack anyone, and began to drift away from the small online space.
Okay.
Her inspiration for doing so was a so-called light of happiness within the Sans fangirls, a young animator who, unlike everyone else, seemed to spread joy. His name was Birdie.
Guys, yes! Yes, the Birdie obsession started very young. The Birdie obsession is years old. That's what some people don't know.
Tusky tipped $1. What do you call a two-legged cow? Lean, you hear the rumor about butter? Never mind, I shouldn't spread it. What kind of dogs love car races? Lap dogs. What do you call birds who stick together? Velcros. Night guys. Go birds. Eagle, 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 eagle.
The signs for Cindy were showing her picking the fucking kindergarten pony. I mean, she was a child at the she was a kid at the time.
Why are art communities like this?
Just a girl I don't know. So the leeway I give for Cindy at this time is that Cindy is around the age her character is supposed to be. The problem is as Cindy grows up, and it's the same thing like with Birdie too, as Cindy grows up, there's like this weird still fascination with the character they first created and the age of the character they first created. It becomes very bizarre. It is still weird as shit, but it's like, it's age appropriate in a way. I mean, like they're drawing their OC, I guess, age appropriately, but not the content appropriately. And that's where it gets fucking weird with all these art people, especially in this story with the art meme community. It just gets really, really weird really, really quickly.
Then I came across this one channel named Birdie the Parrot Sans' Waifu, who eventually renamed herself Birdie. Just Birdie. And I looked at her channel and I thought, whoa.
So also, when are we getting a Sonichu stream? I've done multiple Chris Chan streams. I've done multiple Chris Chan streams actually. I thought Scootaloo was 10 until the time skip. That's crazy. You're not making it easy for me here, but so I'm not sure. Okay, hold up. Scootaloo is not an OC, she's an actual MLP character. Yes, I understand that Scootaloo is its own character. But like, again, it's just the name she chose of the pony she liked. It's like a whole big thing. You want a specific Sonichu video? Okay, here's the problem. I can't do it. I don't think I can do that because Chris Chan struck Geno Samuel's like live reading of it. And from what I remember, Geno Samuel got permission to do it at one time. So like, I don't know how much I can do that. I would love to do a Sonichu video. That'd be really, really fun. Yeah, for those who don't know, like, Sonichu, there was this like a Sonichu like thing, and it got fucking it got like slammed because he made like a Sonichu animation. Okay, hold up. I just need to find something. All right, let me. Okay, so I was given a timestamp. Let's see if this is it.
Possibly. I mean, unless their main source of pleasure would be from the person.
Caramel, just a question. This is just to ask you. What is your sexual identity? How would you identify yourself sexually? Oh, this is not it.
A romantic asexual.
Okay.
So
this is a crash out. To be fair.
So yeah. So what you're saying is that you don't feel that same sexual attraction that other people may do.
No.
Okay. So it sounds like your hobbyist nature within the first.
So you'd have to find. Okay, if I had to do it through the transcripts. Hold up. Show transcript. See if I can find Big Boy. I'd have to find like Big Boy. Give me a second. Control F. Big Boy. Let's see if I can find Big Boy, because I called him like. Let's see if I can find it. Okay. Here we go. I think it's like let's see. I think it's this
story about how IA fucking ran you off the internet.
I only watched one video.
Oh, so we talked to this fucking guy, right? We talked to this fucking guy, and he's like, I've only watched the Guam Go video on this situation. I know nothing about Parlo. I think IA is a pedophile based on all of this, and it's just the Guam Go video. I know, but I promised that we would like watch this. And then I'm like, this guy's boring. I need to make it happen.
I didn't watch every single video he made.
No, you just came on to multiple streams, my stream, Dickers' stream, Himpleton's stream, to push your story about how IA fucking ran you off the internet because your fucking Google Doc sucked ass. Yeah, you should have been fucking run off the internet. You've been fucking going from stream to stream. You were doing it yesterday, motherfucker. You're probably doing it the day before if I start fucking looking. So don't come on here with.
So at this point, I'm just like, this guy didn't make any. Guys, this guy was on for hours not making content. I know there's a derail. We'll get back to it, but I kind of want to show it off because it's funny.
The whole year that I haven't watched it. If you haven't watched it, then don't fucking come on.
I think you should make the video.
Chill the fuck out.
Oh my god, Dickers, you are such a pedophile.
I should chill the fuck out. I should chill the fuck out.
Yeah, you chill the fuck out. I'm not even doing anything right now.
What are you gonna do? What the fuck are you gonna do? Come on.
I can't do anything online. I can't do anything online.
Boy, tell me.
I can't do anything online.
Oh, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? You gonna come to my house? Come on, tell me.
No.
What the fuck?
No, I'm gonna commit a crime.
Come on. You want to threaten me? Let's do it.
I wasn't even threatening you. I was just saying, chill out.
Online. Come on, buddy.
I said I couldn't do anything online. Yes,
what is that?
I can't. I can't do anything online.
What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Tell me, big boy.
What, do you have restricted internet access? What do you mean you can't do anything online? How do you know the pedophile laws in the United States so well?
You can't do anything.
Oh my god.
So yes, that was meeting Caramel Fag, everybody. If Caramel Fag comes into the chat, say hello to him. Oh fuck, that was a fucking great day. Oh, I wanted him so badly to say that he would come to my house and kill me. I just needed it so fucking bad. I was trying to give Dickers content. I was trying. Let's get back. Hey, Arlie, what's up?
This is cool. She's doing like the opposite of what everyone else is doing. And she has so many fans. And people love her. And then I thought, you know what? If I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do it the right way. I'm not gonna harass anyone. I'm not gonna try killing anyone over the internet, because that's stupid. So if I'm gonna do what everyone else is doing, I'd better do it right.
During early 2017, Birdie became one of the first Sans fangirls to enter the wider animation meme community, and his animations quickly shot him up to success. Cindy felt that he was different from the rest, a beacon of positivity and inspiration, but Birdie had been internalizing the same behaviors he tried to escape, and didn't draw the line of obsession at fictional. Despite his seemingly decent talent for the time, and his videos doing well, fame would lead to a 12-year-old Birdie showing off his violent habits and possessive nature to thousands.
Imagine being YouTube famous at 12 years old. 12 years old. 12 fucking years old. Like, again, like, yeah, like Capsize says, it's weird. And like, you guys like, oh, Scootaloo's like the baby one. But like, these people are 12. Shit, that's so fucking weird, dog. It's terrifying.
he would become obsessed with fellow YouTubers and animators within the community to the point of no return.
Yes, I've seen this sexual art. It's fucking insane, by the way.
What didn't help was that the community was mostly populated by people under the age of 15, including Cinny, which doesn't bode well with the sexual and suggestive themes shown in some of their videos, only obscured by a frankly...
And this is like, this was something that always fucking pissed me off when learning about these stories of the animation meme community specifically, is they would denote their videos 13 plus and 16 plus as a way to still do suggestive or sexual content, but do it under the guise of like, oh guys, this is for 13 and older. This is for 16 and older because there's more clothes and less clothes now. It's so fucking cooked. It's so fucking cooked. And I crash out every fucking time I see it. Fucking Christ. The dog just looked at me. She's like, where's my fucking treat?
The useless 13 plus warning. Despite all the controversy, Cinny was still a big fan of Birdie's work and animations, and began...
Hey, my mama square with the 4 months.
My Mau Mau Squire became a member. At Don't Touch My Mau Mau Squire celebrates 4 months of membership. Hello, hello.
Hello, hello.
And making her own animation videos, she would eventually start to gain some traction, and even received a small shout out from her at the time idol.
I have a lot of fans now, and, well, people like me. And I found out that Birdie likes me. Birdie the parrot. I found out, like, a few days ago. She put...
Bro, she sounds like a child. Fuck me. I mean, she was a child.
Me in one of her videos, and I freaked the hell out. I was so excited that I could not stop giggling, and my dad thought I was insane.
However, unlike Birdie, whose potential was then pile-drived into the murky waters of personal drama, Cinny did the opposite. She locked in, worked on multiple animations, and started pumping them out every week with fairly good quality for them all. Considering she's around 13 at this time, I have to really commend her work ethic here. She's got a better upload schedule than most YouTubers nowadays. The ability to post this much as a young animator is incredibly impressive, and she was rewarded well, as her videos and...
This is something that's really interesting to me about Cinny. Cinny was an incredibly talented artist, an incredibly talented animator for someone that young. And also like all of this, like this is all she did. And it was so crazy to me because like, imagine just like not ever touching that. It's just so crazy. It's just so fucking weird, guys. It's just so fucking insane. It's because this community is primarily made up of children. They use 13 plus and 16 plus. That's the age they are when they're not mature than someone who's 12. Yeah, that's true. That's very, very true. For those asking the question, months ago, I had said I was never covering the Junie Draw stuff. The Cupidite stuff, and I still hold fast to that. Months ago before everything came out, so I will never be covering it. I don't like covering kids like that. Thank you.
Now some of the most viewed in the animation meme community. Several of them stack up in the millions or tens of millions, with one small MLP animation standing at over 20 million views.
Ladies and gentlemen, the reveal that I have for you. Everyone, witness my face. You happy? Oh my god, it is so hot in this mask. Get out of here. Whoa, look at me. Look at my beautiful acne-covered face that I don't add in my character because that's just stupid. Is this better for you guys? Because I don't think it is. I hope this was at least entertaining because I do put a lot of effort into making these videos for you guys without having a strict schedule or, yeah.
Why did you do a face reveal as a child? I hate it. Why? Why did you do the face to the fucking I'm a child face reveal? Fuck me.
After a sum of hard work, Cinny had accumulated close to 100,000 subscribers by the end of 2017. Her newfound success got her in contact with fellow animators such as Sleepykin, Katie Dog, Pastaru.
Now I know a little bit about Kitty Dog. I know a little bit about Staru, a little bit. I know some of these things. Fuck me. It's all coming back like a fucking PTSD episode.
Sashley and indeed Birdie.
Yes, I do know about Sashley and Birdie. Yep.
As well as Birdie's at the time close friend and partner known as Heimguts.
Oh, fuck, Heimguts! I remember Heimguts! Oh, fuck me. It's all coming back like a fucking fever dream. Oh, all these people dated each other and all of them were evil to each other. And they're all freaks. They're all freaks. Actually, not so much from what I know. But like, they're all fucking weird freaks. God damn, I hate it here, man.
Cinny would also enter an online relationship with another girl, an animator known as Ambrixon. Cinny didn't just—
Oh my god, the Ambrixon lore with the art, the fucking weird art!
Coming back like the herp.
It
It never leaves.
Mac, this does feel like a fucking fever dream, dog. It's so crazy. You also knew Sleep King, Twisted Doctor? I've heard of the names. I've never covered the drama. I just don't really cover that shit. Oh my god, Trusky. Trusky, that message you sent me is fucked. Fuck you.
do animations though. She often drew her fans, made speed paint videos, and would also do unscripted rants venting out her frustrations about a particular subject within the animation meme community. It was rare and very off the cuff, which made her feel more real, but also had its consequences. In June of 2017, Cinny fired off an angry comment accusing another animator named Cushley of tracing over her artwork. The tracing claims were true, but instructing her fans to go and yell at her was more of an issue. Cinny didn't even realize—
Guys, the tracing drama will never end. The art tracing, stop tracing the art of a child.
The gravity of her actions until her dad asked about it, by which point the damage had already been done. She would delete her comment and issue an apology, as well as having a private conversation with Cushley. By the way, if that name sounds familiar, it's because Cushley would later rename her channel to Sashla.
Oh my god, that's
Good
right.
night all. Hope Falgi can escape the axe soon.
No. Listen, I'm not even in the ACC. I just like covering like the history of it. Cause like as a person who was never like, I always enjoyed like the current events dramas. Really the only time the first time we ever covered the ACC stuff was Birdie and Jar. So like the deep lore is funny now.
Throughout 2018, Cinny continued to grow at an almost exponential rate. In what was her channel's most successful period, she grew to almost 350,000 subscribers, and plenty of her videos started to really pop off to the point where they are now. As big of a jump as it seems, it is completely accurate to everything that I can see from the archives. Cinny almost became the face of the entire animation meme community, and gained a reputation of a golden child, or the so-called first good Sans fangirl, due to her kind nature, her output, and the fact that she would stray away from many of the toxic traits that define these deranged brats. But that status would come into question when Cinny would make a short 2-minute video titled Same Face Syndrome Isn't Real. Cinny's main idea was exactly that, arguing about same face syndrome, a criticism made towards artists who either consciously or—
Oh my god, I forgot about this drama. It was the argument of whose art was same-faced or not. All these fucking kids argued about the art ethics. Oh, who had the same face of the— Oh, I forgot. Oh my god. This was the stupidest drama. Oh my god, this is actually what caused her to crash the fuck out. Like, this would start the fucking vent art. This would start all of the fucking, like, violent art that she would make. This fucking drama, this specific stupid piece of shit drama was how she would start fucking drawing, like, murder art of people.
At Kaitaikitai Coco became a member. At Kaitaikitai Coco celebrates 6 months of membership. Do you think Toby Fox knows about any of this?
Oh, 100%. I believe Toby knows all of it. And he shies away from what he created. That's why you guys never get a new Deltarune episode, nor do you like get any more stuff about the Undertale franchise, because he's so embarrassed by all of you. You fucking degenerates.
Unconsciously use the same features for all their characters, like relying on a specific face mold. The topic had been brought up amidst a sort of online art hysteria, a bunch of videos warning fellow animators and how to avoid this trap in their work. The one who popularized the term, at least in the animation meme community, was Cinny's fellow animator, Sleepykin. And seeing people comment on her posts saying that she was drawing under same face syndrome, Cinny became annoyed and created this video, in which she makes the argument that it doesn't exist, and was only popularized by Sleepykin as a way to feed his ego.
Hello, I'm gonna let you guys in on a little secret right here. Just close in. Same face syndrome doesn't exist. I've been getting on the front page a lot on DeviantArt, so my page has now been opened up to a lot of new people, including very stupid people. And because of that, I get comments like, "Oh, they look too much alike. This is same face syndrome." When it's not. I think a lot of this comes from the freaking Sleepy King video, where he tells everyone, "Oh yeah, you can copy my style. I don't care." And everyone thinks this is same face syndrome, and I'm gonna show you why this is stupid. Same face syndrome was made up by Sleepy King, so everyone will draw the same way he does. You're getting it confused with people.
I had to explain commentary to someone who has worked with Toby Fox, and it was so difficult, and he uses 4chan. He knows moot. That's so crazy. Toby confirmed that he was traumatized by all of the shit he saw. Yeah, that's why he went to Japan. He went to Japan and never looked back, you fucks. You killed him. You killed Toby Fox.
People who draw adults, children, elderly, and maybe even animals with the same facial structure. That I've been trying to work on, but these girls are the same age and the same species. They are going to look alike. Don't get me wrong, I understand in real life. If
you guys can't see this, but the dog is like literally staring at me. It's very funny.
Put two people next to each other, then they're gonna look different. But if you haven't noticed, I'm a cartoonist. I don't exactly follow rules like that, and neither do a lot of other people. Neither do companies. This is just a stylistic choice, and a lot of people do it. It's one of the easiest ways to tell one artist from another by looking at their style, which may be how they draw faces. It's in a lot of cartoons. Why is this now becoming an issue? In conclusion, if you think same face syndrome is a problem, I think you're dumb.
Obviously, there are some problems with Cindy's arguments. For one, her claims about Sleepykin were entirely baseless. The advice he gave wasn't that people could just copy him, it was using his methods to find inspiration. Obviously, everyone's inspiration differs with their lives, environment, age, gender, etc. Secondly, Cindy's idea of what same-face syndrome was seemed entirely inaccurate. Several sources outside of YouTube called it an actual thing years prior, and the problem wasn't with the character's species or age, it was with its features, shapes, and design. Needless to say, Cindy's video wasn't good, and she came under fire from numerous other creators who jumped into
Spocter Tech, holy shit. Look who it is. It's pedophile adjacent himself, Spocter.
Bunk and say their piece that same-face syndrome is in fact real. Other people had an issue with Cindy lashing out at random DeviantArt commenters, and she would continue to after the video, even taking a shot at Birdie.
I'm trying to not let them take me entirely. I sneak into Fauci and crap desert. Yeah. I mean, listen, Harley. I'm always happy you're here. I'm very happy you're here. Don't be stolen by the lolcow universe minds. I need you here.
Eventually, Cindy issued a full apology and retract.
Hi, honey. Hi, sweetie. I may have did a derail to say how beautiful you are for like 4 minutes.
But the damage was already done. Though it didn't cause any significant sub-loss, you can see from the social blade that Cindy's channel dropped off the high she was riding. She went from gaining around 20 to 30,000 subs every month to just 1/6 of that original growth. Cindy herself saw a tank in her productivity.
Hi from Disney. Diversion tactic go. Thoughts on Kendra's special rock?
Okay, so I heard about Kendra's special rock. Is it the one that she puts in her vagina? I'm never getting my own hose. Oh my God. No, you can get your own hose. I don't care. Ladies, Cloudy's DMs are open. I don't know what to do.
And her uploads became pretty infrequent. Even if the drama lasted a few days, the torrential criticism remained ever present in her consciousness. Later, Cindy would try again, uploading a new rant video in February 2019 about another of her animation peers, that being Sashley. Amidst all the drama Sashley was already in at the time, Cindy posted a video that criticized her art style and habits. To be fair, it's better than the last one, but the video was still controversial. So much so that Cindy's subs gained continued to decrease.
Okay, Cloudy's concubines would be hilarious. Listen, I don't fucking... Who cares about the fucking Sashley drama? Oh my God, same face. I understand that it's important, but holy fuck do I not care.
It's this sub-war the fanbases had made. Cindy's video in general seems to have really nothing to go at Sashley for, instead resorting to talking about certain features that she stole that seem like very obvious and popular ideas for anyone. One of Cindy's points was about Sashley copying the trends of others, which would hold firm if the community they were in wasn't wholly based on taking animation trends and memes from other people. There's a whole part where Cindy criticizes Sashley for not giving background to her characters, despite Cindy not doing the same. Interestingly, Cindy also talks about comments that people left calling her a Sashley clone, despite her video being made 2 months in advance.
You know what really boils my piss? I made the Transitor meme, like, a year ago, and both Sashley and Casual Susan both heavily referenced it. But you know, I didn't have a problem with it. They both gave credit in the description. But recently on my video, I got a lot of Sashley fans.
You know the best thing about doing the VTuber sometimes? I can literally leave the stream, listen to it through my headphones, and just come back! It's a chair stream and you fuckers don't know!
Yes it is.
Oh my God, like, this is like, again, these were literal fucking children. which is why it gets more intense, why these people shouldn't have had fucking drama. Is that the Queeman strat? I think it's funny. I just got french fries, like, I had cold fries, so I was like, yeah. This is a good video. I'm only making fun of it because the way that Cinny would then dive into the gore stuff, the hatred vent art, it is actually insane. It is like certifiably crazy. Like, and this is just the start of it.
It's mad at me because I copied her when my video came out 2 months before hers did. What? There was even someone who went on Sleepy King's Don't Talk meme and said,
"This sounds like Sashley's video."
This isn't Sashley's fault, of course, because she left credit. It's just that no one looks for the credits in the description. Also this person.
Someone copied you, but I like the person who copied you better.
Wow. Rude.
Along with the comments on a DeviantArt that sparked the Same Face Syndrome video, we're starting to paint a picture of Cinny being pretty sensitive and reacting impulsively. Obviously these people are wrong, but it's like she made the whole video because of them. It's worth keeping in mind she was still pretty young around this time, around 14 to 15 years old, but there's still something up about this, the scale of it and making the video. To me, I feel as if Cinny saw that Sashley was under fire with serious claims, and saw this as an opportunity to bring up her personal grudges. These two drama situations showed that Cinny was not exactly cut out for commentary. In her video, she really seemed to be grasping at straws and making points that were entirely useless. Her motivation seemed petty or just reactive, sparked by mean comments from random members of Sashley or Sleepykin's audience. Despite the vehement support she would get from her fans in both dramas, it was evident that all she had to do was put the animations in the bag. Eventually, Cinny began to realize this.
Put the fries in the bag, Cinny! Put the fry... Well, technically, it's put the... What is it when you make content? Like, is it put the burgers on the table? I actually don't know. I don't know. Like, what is it when you just... Make the video, Cinny! Make the fucking video!
And after going back to posting speed paints and animations, as well as starting her own DeviantArt webcomic, she began to drift away from the Scootaloo Live Sans name. She had gotten so much fame under it, but in the process, had tied it to controversy that kept affecting her reputation. So, in 2020, she took the bold decision to change her name from Scootaloo Live Sans to SYNNIBEAR03. After feeling like the Scootaloo name gave her no respect and just confined her to the idea of a Sans fangirl, Cinny wanted to break free from it all. She would also start to disavow some of her previous drama videos. But if her intention was to cut the drama from her name, that idea would soon become null and void.
Dramatic pause. Okay, dramatic pause. Yes, put the pencil to the pad, bitch! Leia, I don't have a treat for you. Leia, I don't have treats yet. Soon. Chat will get there. Stop staring at me.
If Cinny's drama was hard-hitting, Birdie's was like being run over by a Mack truck. By 2020, Birdie was now known across the animation meme community as this obsessive psychosexual stalker, perennial doxer and harasser, false accusations made against ex-partners, petty grudges, weird relationships, everything, all at the age of just 15. The point is, associating with Birdie now was a lot more controversial than it was back in 2017. He had gained a number of detractors. Most importantly for the time, Evidence Founder 1, a collective of grown-ass adults, and apparently some weird freaks, A-logging all of Birdie's moves. So why do we mention this channel? Well, in June 2020, they posted a video revealing that Cinny had been trying to get into contact with Birdie over the years. You'd think after surpassing him in sub count, she'd leave her unfulfilled community wishes behind, as in the grander scheme of things, it would only bring her down further. Plus, as we mentioned before, Birdie was now way more unhinged. Yet, Cinny still desperately wanted to become friends with Birdie.
Remember, they loved Birdie. Cinny loved Birdie. Oplock, Testify forgot the Birdie was in the Dice Cult. Yes, indeed. Well, for a period of time. Remember, from what we know about the Dice Cult, Birdie Lily was in there for a week and made it so much fucking worse. For like a fucking week. It's so weird.
And developed an obsession of sorts with him. There were tons of fan art, Discord messages longing for contact, and animations showing Birdie in a positive light, all whilst he was on a vicious doxing and harassment campaign against his ex-partner Heimguts. In some ways, people believe that Cinny's drawings of him were meant to glorify.
Birdie did not run the cult. It was run by Birdie fans who would also pretend to be Birdie.
Or support his actions. Speaking of partners, if you've got a good memory, you'll know that Cinny's partner at the time was called Ambrixon, and they'd started dating back in 2017. The two had been together for a few years, and would publicly show their affinity to one another through drawings and speed paints of each other's characters, as well as them together. Yet this relationship was not smooth sailing.
I remember when you told us about this channel for the first time on Diesel's stream. Now we chonk that doggo.
Thank you, man. Oh my god, yeah. That is crazy. It's been a year and some change. Hey, Mouse Square!
I want to see some food in that dog now. Feed that dog.
All right.
Now.
It's time to feed that pupper. It's time to give her treats. She won't be on camera because I'm not on camera. But the dog's being fed right now. Yes, everybody, you have fed that dog. Usually, on this stream, I will show you the dog, but she is like on the floor right now. But here we go. Oh, fuck. You bit me. She actually bit me. This is a metaphorical eulogy stream. At least have a pic of the doggo up. You know what? I should do that one of these days. I should get a picture of Leia and just have it on screen. You know what? Cloudy, can you send me a picture of the child? Please. Thank you, honey. I'll put it on stream. I'll put it right on stream so you guys can see Leia at all times.
Shockingly, and they were now no longer together. Cindy kept the details of this fairly closed off, but Ambrixon didn't intend to do the same, and in a number of Discord messages, she began to speak of their relationship not being as good as people thought. She stated that Cindy and her had a pretty toxic relationship, where she would often get the blame for a lot of Cindy's self-inflicted drama, despite her telling Cindy the right moves when she first brought it up. Ambrixon also revealed that Cindy had come out as straight in the dwindling months of their relationship, leading to further toxicity between the two. It's worth noting that Cindy's conservative household vocally opposed their relationship, with her dad in particular voicing his disapproval. It's evident that they had a hand in this decision. But was it the only hand? Could Cindy's obsession with Birdie and her deteriorating online relationship have some sort of correlation? The answer is yes. As it turns out, Cindy was far more obsessed with Birdie than she let on. Her public actions were just a small glimpse into her thoughts. Cindy would begin to draw herself and Birdie's character in several romantic and sexual ways, bodying up to Birdie's at-the-time partner.
Bro, the obsession. She had fucking obsession. She had to infiltrate this motherfucker's friend group at any time
to get closer to him, despite still being in a relationship with Ambrixon. There were several fantasies about a dream relationship with Birdie, and later on a full-on hand-drawn comic of Cindy being essayed by Birdie. Yes, your ears do not deceive you. Cindy's obsession with Birdie would also extend to an obsessive hate.
She would then learn to hate Heimguts. Again, I just wanna... Yes, Mortis, yes. I want to highlight this. I said approximately like 15, 16-year-old, maybe a little bit older. She started drawing Birdie fascination rape comics where Birdie would rape her. Insane.
Of Birdie's ex.
Is Cindy the Chris Chan of the animation meme community? No. Birdie would be more apt to be a SYNNIBEAR. Like, I mean, sorry, Birdie would be more apt to be Chris Chan. Because there's so much more about Birdie's like whole life that we know. Like, we know so much about like Birdie's whole thing with like arguing with their family. Their family is literally on camera being yelled at. Probably more like a Cyrax, maybe.
Heimguts, to the point that she would make vents about them and go on to stalk them.
Yeah, this was their vent art while they were still dating.
Imagine being obsessed with a guy that don't bathe.
Insane. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Former friends would leak this and a bunch more information to the Evidence Found 01 group. Soon, a video was out and the audience was angry, and people began to pick out more problems with Cindy from her public content. Cindy would make an initial response in January 2021, in which she asked people for their criticisms of her so that she can make a full response addressing everything. Keep in mind, this wasn't any Google document. This was an array of rant videos with different things to say. Chief among these concerns was Cindy's obsession and glorification or whitewashing of Birdie and his actions, as well as her participation in the stalking of Heimguts, as well as concerned over...
Yeah. It was crazy. Like Heimguts got like uber stalked by Birdie because there was a hatred after a certain point, and Cindy because there was a hatred after they broke up. Hot take: Birdie and Cindy deserve each other. Yeah.
Last dono, COVID fucked with Paolo and whole we can't talk properly to people, from my fellow co-workers.
I'm so sorry that you're COVID fucked. I'm so sorry.
Hey Falgi, hope you feel better. Grats on last stream, it was really something. Why covering Cinny?
I had this Toastify video on lock, and the community voted to see the Cinny video. I gave them a choice to go over some of the Avalon stuff or the Cinny video, so they chose Cinny. Please comment, I need drama to respond to. No, they don't do that anymore. Here's what I would say. I don't think people deserve shitty childhoods. I don't think anybody deserves a shitty childhood. I think, however, it becomes when they become an adult, do they do anything to help themselves, or do they just sit in the shitty childhood?
I have work in 8 hours, you bastard.
Hey, Coyote, good to see you, good to see you.
Over her animations and art in general, claims that some of her work romanticized serious abuse. Members of the audience would also try to reach into Cindy's life, making conclusions—
Oh my god, the mount! I'm gonna fucking crash out. Now Blue put this in the video, and I vehemently disagreed with this. It's maladaptive. Well, they thought it was maladaptive daydreaming back then. I fucking hated this. And I don't hate Blue for putting it in there. It was a conversation. However, and I need to say, however, it was an insane statement to discuss a child doing rape and fucking fantasy art and be like, oh, it's just maladaptive. This person needed fucking therapy.
Not COVID fucked. That was their take, lol.
Oh, okay. Like, it's maladaptive, yes. But if something is maladaptive, then they need to be going to therapy to work on it. Now, Cindy is from Missouri. She's from Middle America.
We should call the IA situation the cookening.
Cookening, yeah. Just another dude, thank you.
Your streams covering the IAP situation were crazy good. Here's some doggo shekels.
Thank you, dude. Thank you. Like, seriously, like, I'm glad you guys really liked a lot of the IA stuff. Like, listen, it was a lot of research stuff, like behind the scenes shit that we did. I'm not saying that we made a concerted effort. It was just putting pieces together and connecting information between people, and it was really, really fun. I was under the impression that maladaptive daydreaming was intrusive urges to daydream and do things to trigger the daydreaming. So if we look at it here, it's the mental health issue when a person excessively daydreams, sometimes for hours at a time. Maladaptive means that this daydreaming is an unhealthy or negative attempt to cope with or adapt to the problem. People who tend to lose themselves in extremely vivid and detailed daydreams. Research shows that this kind of daydreams might be compulsive. That means it's difficult, if not impossible, to control what you're doing. Again, remember, she would act out on the art and then continue to act out on the behaviors. That was part of the issue as well.
That she suffers from maladaptive daydreaming and telling her to stop this mental disorder. Others claimed that her saying she was straight showed that she was a straight woman preying on LGBTQ people. Months would go by with Cindy working on a response, but still getting continuous backlash every day that she was publicly silent. There's even an unlisted video on a channel where she can be heard crying whilst in Birdie's server because her friends were distancing themselves from her. In April, a small creator by the name of Gator Creation would make a video clarifying some of the most misunderstood claims made by the audience, an emphasis on how all these personal details were leaked. Gator Creation's video seems to show how now it was the audience who were grasping for straws, and taking Cindy's portrayal of abuse to mean she was supporting it. This video made a big impact in the public eye, and gave Cindy some breathing room for her to release a response, which she did in May 2021. In a video, she's a lot more passive, and generally apologizes for her behavior and actions. She also claimed that she did not support Birdie's worst actions, just that she took a general stance on hoping he would eventually—
Liar! Liar, liar, pants on fire, you wouldn't have tried to fuck them any time after. Liar, liar, fucking liar. I don't believe that. I don't believe that because they were still trying to fuck them.
Get better. She would also show proof that she was entirely against things like Heimgut's doxing. As for her supposed romanticization of SA—
Yeah, but you also draw the art of you wanting to murder— Okay, whatever. We're not gunning there.
Cindy discussed how she'd confused abuse with angst and apologized. In general, Cindy's response was received pretty well by the public. Even after this video, she would cut ties with Birdie, but the effects of
publicly
what had happened were visible. Cindy's viewership had greatly decreased from what it used to be. Her sub count basically plateaued at around 500,000 subscribers. The 2021 drama wasn't the only reason though, as stopping the MLP and Undertale animations was also a big reason. When she cancelled stuff like a DeviantArt webcomic and MLP and Undertale.
How does that differ from significant disassociative episodes? I actually don't know. It'd be really good, interesting. Mine's greater than mine. We'll probably look into it. I'm actually very curious as well with the maladaptive daydreaming stuff. I don't know. I would guess because the idea is they're lost in their thoughts. They're not acting out on it. It'd probably be more of a disassociative. It could be, and it could be a component of a disassociative episode, which could be its own thing, by the way. Like it's just because it's an event that happens doesn't mean that it's not a feature of a larger issue. I'd actually be kind of like really interested to know that.
Tell alternate universe fanfiction, people saw that as a sign.
Nothing like a Sunday night sing in the middle of the dark watching a Fauci show. Well, thank you, Siegfried Fried Rice. That's really sweet of you to say. Thank you. To like the 200 plus people that are here, like fucking peaked at like 250. Thank you guys for being here. If you haven't already, like and subscribe. Tip today, if you're not already subscribed, do the thing. We're at 62 likes. Can we get that to like 100 by the end of the stream? That'd be great.
Making itself the center of attention is the female Koiko's primary tactic for gaining the sympathy of their male counterparts. Measure
That's
head crushes
insane. What an insane fucking statement.
If equals true, then.
Oh, then feed dog. Yes, thank you. Your power went out? I'm so sorry, dude. I hope it gets better.
That she was moving on, and they lost interest in her work. What didn't help either was that Cindy was constantly taking long breaks, mostly due to her parents grounding her for getting bad grades. Thankfully, she was now apparently seeking therapy for her mental health and keeping herself
okay. Winning.
Check. And as bad as it had been the last couple of years, she still held a pretty consistent and loyal viewer base, even regularly streaming and getting good numbers every stream. But where would she go now? Well, her interest was now in a new indie game named Friday Night Funkin'.
Oh,
for some reason,
no! No! For those who don't know, the Friday Night Funkin' lore regarding Cinny gets so fucking insane. It gets so insane that she stalked a very prominent creator in the space and they begged her to leave her the fuck alone.
It's always Friday Night Funkin'. Cindy would start to focus her channel almost entirely on FNF, making animations about it, streaming the game, and even making her own character stills. Some of these animations, again, did pretty well, but the reason we're here isn't to marvel at her FNF skills. Seemingly, as always with this damn game, there was some degeneracy involved. During 2022, Cindy would become interested in one FNF mod in particular, that being the Witty mod, and the self-titled character featured in it, made by the creator Sock.Clip. Cindy would start to vocally express on a Discord server about how much she loved this character, and eventually it would turn into a complete infatuation.
Oh my god, it's Boy. It's fucking Boy!
Fantasizing and drawing her with him in romantic situations, and she would start to include some of Sock's other characters in her drawings, such as one of them named Boy. So what's the problem here? Well, Sock, the creator of Witty, was around 15 at the time.
Yep.
And was also very vocal about not having a character sex.
I didn't know what the fuck woobify meant. Woobify. It meant make them cute. Do not woobify the characters.
Sexualize at all. Obviously, probably not a good look to sexualize a character that a 15-year-old had made.
What a fucking insane thing.
Sock was seeing some of these drawings, and her discomfort became so much that she would even block Cindy on Twitter. It's
insane! Stop drawing my character! Stop being sexual with my character! Please leave me the fuck alone!
Took until one particularly suggestive piece she posted that Cindy would face significant backlash from Sock's fanbase. In her apology posted to Twitter in October 2022, she said, "I didn't realize Sock.Clip was that uncomfortable with having their character shipped, and if I had known, I would have stopped sooner. I did not intentionally mean to break anyone's boundaries. I'm just someone who enjoys self-shipping with..."
Didn't Sock have a run to Newground to get away from Cindy? From what I remember correctly, it was Instagram. I believe Instagram was the last like vestige of blockage that they could do.
With characters I adore, and I really love Sock's characters. Now that I know you dislike it, I will stop. I hope you can forgive me. I admire your...
That was a lie.
Art a lot, and you are a huge inspiration. I'll stick to drawing my own characters now, and I'm sorry that I made you uncomfortable. That was never my intention. Whilst this apology is so-and-so, it's entirely built on a lie. Sydney frames this as a mishap, and that she never knew Sock was uncomfortable at all. This was just not true, evident from her messages on a Discord server.
I like Sock. I hope Sock doesn't hate me for simping over witty.
Where she knew of Sock's
but Sock seems so sensitive, especially towards witty stuff.
discomfort and complained
What if
about.
Sock doesn't like me for witty? What is... Oh.
Yet the public, not knowing of this, quickly forgave Cindy and moved on. What they didn't know is that Cindy's obsession and actions went far beyond what she let on. During 2021,
Yes.
she had made a Discord group chat.
Yes, she continued the Sockageddon.
Slug tipped $1. Falgi, when you receive the box I will send you. Let me know so I can send you sponsorship money. Also please stop woobifying me. Also can you send me measurements of your entire head? I need it for the helmets I'm making for you.
I don't even know my head measurements. Also, if you are somehow the fucking company that wishes to sponsor the op block, fucking reach out. I'd love some sponsorship deals. Money, 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 money.
Named Sock Gang, consisting of a few friends whom she indulged her obsession with. She would complain about
This Keemstar dude, the Harl. This Keemstar dude fucking sponsored streams. Message me. Come on, Keem. Come on, buddy. I know Xylee, I'm good for it.
Sock's discomfort in some messages.
No, they went to Newgrounds and still have other platforms, but primarily use Newgrounds because Cindy doesn't touch the place. Also, I used to be Sock's friend on Discord and almost joined a chat with Cindy. That's insane, Majunga. That's insane. Why is it acceptable for such individuals to behave inappropriately within fan communities centered around children? Oh, well, you have to remember they're children themselves. So...
Slug tipped $1.
I would avoid
I'm going to be
personally.
sending you around $200 for the Really Bad Heroes
What?
sponsor LMAO.
What?
Hence the box.
What the fuck do you mean $200? Don't send me $200, man. That's insane. But so you also got to remember that like they're former children, now adult minors. That's the thing, is like they're growing up and finding their sexuality within the fandoms they're in. Like, okay, weird, interesting example. I knew a person. Now they used to work for Spindlehorse. That's how I will never name their name. But I knew them. And they grew up, fucking, I guess this is funny. They grew up in the Transformers fandom. Like, they were a little bit younger than me, but they grew up like with like the weird shows that came out of the Michael Bay movies, ones I never watched. But what they would like draw like porn of the Transformer characters.
Slug tipped $1.
No, it's not Lyle.
True,
It's 100% not
$200 is
Lyle.
insane. I'll make it $500. It'll be coming in around March or April.
What do you mean $500? That's insane, Slug! I was 16 and found out they were 14. Yeah. I mean, like, that's, yeah, completely understandable. Yeah, Friday Night Funkin' wasn't even made for kids. That's 100% true. How much to mute all Slug donos? $50.
And even sent an early draft of her apology where she's more angry. But that wasn't her worst act.
How do you even draw Transformers fucking? Oh. You have never seen the internet.
In this group, she would send suggestive and explicit art. The group chat members contained several minors, the oldest being 16.
Yup. And this was the start of the downfall, is that she would constantly send her fucking Gura art, which, so we had this conversation when the Cine drama came out, and it was my complete idea, or my, not idea, but it was my conclusion that when it came to Cine, specifically with the NO stuff and the rape comic, right? Using her OC for other things, showing it to minors, that when it was like very sexually suggestive, if not just NSFW entirely, was to me like sending a nude. Because this is how Cine personally saw themselves. It was very similar to how Birdie would do the same stuff, to the point where Birdie would make sure his OC, would have the same location of self-harm scars. At a certain point, I don't know what to fucking tell you. It feels like they're just sending nudes of themselves.
And youngest being 14. For context, Cinny was 18 when this group started and would turn 19 during its activity. Not only this, but Cinny would also make sexual jokes and comments towards these minors.
Everyone in Sock Gang being horny on main, turning into cum sock. Cinny, you're always horny on main. Lamau, why y'all touching them?
Whilst this was never made public until later, it shows a snippet of the sexual nature that Cinny indulged in. More concerning was the fact that minors were involved and she seemed—
Yep. I'm too horny for my own good, Cinny would say in 2022. Hee hee hee. Get out of the gutter, Cinny. Again, there's like people as young as 14!
didn't care, not about their age or Sock's concern. The apologetic nature she put up publicly, the golden child view, seemed to be used as more of a screen for her. Though
yeah, nudes of what they wish they looked like is actually kind of like a really good way of putting it.
Sock Gang would never be exposed to the public until much later. There were some breadcrumbs that look worse in hindsight. For example, Cinny would announce to a Discord server saying she was fine with NSFW of her character.
Yup. While there were minors in there.
The post itself had NSFW art, which in itself was a contradiction of her own rules.
Because it was a 13+ server.
Which literally stated that NSFW was not allowed on the server because it could harm minors. This was only one.
Slug tipped $1. What I mean is I am going to pay you $500 to promote the Really Bad Heroes book when I release the combined version in March or April.
Okay.
And sending you a box of book-relevant goodies.
Alright, thank you, buddy.
One of several other incidents in which she would openly discuss something sexual with her clearly young fanbase on her public Discord.
Yep.
Not many people knew it at the time, but a pattern was emerging.
Well, it was like other things too. It was like, I'm horny every moment. Blah, 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 aggressive sexual crisis.
By the time this goes up, it will no longer be my birthday. So, Всем привет, меня зовут SYNNIBEAR03. I am now 19 years old.
Through 2022 and early 2023, Cinny's online uploads would begin to dwindle. Any videos she did post were either streams or a brief return to her old animations. This mostly seems to be due to personal issues she was having with her family, as well as a focus on her real life. For example, she was now in a new—
Awesome!
Half expecting a jar appearance or cameo.
It's time to feed that pupper. It's time to give her treats. It's time to feed that dog now on the Uplock stream tonight. Yes, everybody, it's time to feed that dog. Where are you, child? Where are you? There we go. And if you want to feed that dog, all you gotta do is hit that doobly-doo. Yes, it is a League of Legends hoodie. Now, this relationship is super interesting.
Relationship with Too Mad?
Long time no see.
Just kidding, it's a guy who she reconnected with after last seeing him in middle school. Cinny—
Wow, what an incredibly racist joke. Toastify. Every black man is too mad to toastify? Oh my god. Insane.
Would go on stream and play games with a new boyfriend for a few months. But returning to the point, Cinny was dealing with real life, she had a high school diploma by now, and was starting to work. It was actually during this time that she began to return to the rant format she had abandoned so long ago, making essentially commentary videos. These would do decently, perhaps the highlight of them being her coverage on—
Yes, Cloudy remembers the boyfriend lore. Cloudy remembers the boyfriend lore.
Tech, a once big art commentary channel who had been one of Cinny's most vocal critics during her early controversy.
Oh, Spockter, 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 Spockter. The beautiful, beautiful Spockter. YouTube meta message tweet. Thank you. Thank you, Space Station. You're fucking insane.
Spockter had essentially run off after a call was leaked of him admitting to having sexual interactions with a minor. But what was to be done with Cinny's interactions? We ended off the last segment discussing how Cinny—
Anonymous tipped $1. Anytime I accidentally turn on camera or post cosplay stuff, I always have to say, sorry to disappoint, I'm not bright pink.
Thank you, Anonymous. I know exactly who that was. Thank you, thank you.
He was interacting in a Discord server and paying more attention to it, and what came of that is worth more than just a mere mention. During late July of 2023, Cinny had met a fan of hers known as Pee-wee or Bug Spray, who had posted—
Oh my god, this art is so good and I hate it!
This is some pretty good fan art. Cindy would compliment her work publicly and quickly sent her a friend request. But this wasn't to discuss commissions, it was to befriend Bug Spray. Within a week, they were discussing sexual topics and fantasies, with Cindy sending entire fanfictions about herself and Sock's multiple OCs. Cindy and Bug Spray would enter a sort of relationship. It's never stated outright by either party, but come on. When you're drawing and sending NSFW artwork of... let me check my notes here. Ah yes, farting on each other and planning to move in together.
Oh, yes, chat. For those who don't know, Cindy has a fart fetish. But so does Jar. And yes, they would talk about wanting to move in with a 17-year-old.
It's kind of obvious. Cindy was 19, planning to move in with a 17-year-old who she had allegedly solicited sexual pictures from. Bug Spray would come out in his post DMs in November 2023, exposing Cindy for being problematic.
Oh, Space, you didn't have to do that. Thank you, you didn't have to do that.
And showing more of her personal details. This included non-consensually publishing these private drawings and their sexual interactions. However, although there were some small rumblings, people didn't really take this seriously. For one, Bug Spray's video was flagged down only mere hours after it was up, because she was just straight up showing the artwork uncensored. Bug Spray was also criticized for the act of leaking private information and her tone while showing these cropped DMs. The fact that she said she was uncomfortable only after making the video, whilst in the DMs there's no questioning at all, didn't help. Sunny would put out a generic statement in response, saying she was aware she was in the wrong and that she wouldn't befriend any minors again. Cindy clearly had some really weird lines around people when it came to discussing NSFW topics, and seems to have just plucked a fan out of a server to start dating and showing all this weird stuff. Even well into 2024, Cindy would continue to sexually obsess over Sock's characters, and even asked her server, one that had minors in it, for their best NSFW chatbots. Cindy's discussion of moving out with Bug Spray wasn't entirely out of left field, as it was during this time that her fight with her parents reached its utter apex. In a video in late November 2023, Cindy explained that she had moved out after her parents had apparently stolen $11,000 from her. Cindy's issues with her parents came because
this was an interesting thing with Cindy that... Sorry. This was an interesting thing with Cindy that I always feel very mixed on. So apparently...
Can we have a breakdown of the boyfriend law?
The boyfriend...
Sad face emoji.
The boyfriend really, really liked Cindy. Do you want to know why they broke up? It was Birdie. Birdie is the reason they broke up. Because Cindy would rekindle, quote unquote, her friendship with Birdie and would become so hypersexually obsessed with Birdie that the boyfriend fucking noticed it and was like, I'm done. He fucking was like done with it. Yeah, it was Birdie, because Birdie would come back into Cindy's life, even though I don't think they ever left, and then they would become hyper fixated on them. It was insane. It was fucking sane.
To move out for months, and her parents felt that she was just running away from her problems and wasn't ready to move out. The three had a long dispute over the car that Cindy owned, and when she went out of state to pick up a friend and roommate, Cindy's parents pulled out $11,000 from her account and paid off the car. To emphasize, this is while she's driving a trip that would take around 3 to 4 days to complete, on an old car they had. Cindy was now pretty much all alone and had to make it through life on her own way. But what had she sacrificed it for? Who was this mystery roommate she had driven so far for?
Who was the mystery roommate?
Who her parents said disgusting and nasty stuff about, who they described as a violent person. Well, his name was Birdie. Yeah.
Baba booey, baba booey, baba booey, baba booey, baba booey, baba booey, baba booey. A bibbidi bobbidi. She broke up with Too Mad to get with Birdie.
Yes, after so long, and an entire controversy about Cindy supporting Birdie, the two had moved in together in the same apartment. This had already been leaked prior by Bug Spray, showing
Too Mad stream when? Soon. The next anniversary of Too Mad's death, we will finally do the Too Mad stream.
That they were both in contact with each other.
No, it was not actually Too Mad.
And Cindy was driving to pick him up. After months of being cut off, and nearly an entire year of inactivity from Birdie, the two were now roommates, running away from their families. With her life settling down...
Why did you say Too Mad? Because Toastify called them Too Mad.
The chaos she had been through, Cindy began regularly streaming again, with Birdie making appearances in the background under the pseudonym of Jimmy. Eventually, Birdie would make his grand return in mid-2024, with a video made to explain all of his history that just kind of obscures a lot of it. But Cindy was there playing cheerleader along the way, and even went out of her way to defend Birdie, a fairly large YouTuber and streamer.
Hey, it's Deadwing Dork, everybody! Deadwing Dork has entered the video. I wonder if that was foreshadowing.
Deadwing Dork reacted to Birdie's video and basically made fun of it for a few hours. Birdie and Cindy's fanbases would hunt for Deadwing's head, and Cindy would make a 3-hour video on Deadwing's whole stream. This is part 1, by the way.
That's
now you can watch
right! Cindy fucking crashed out about Deadwing Dork. It's insane.
@Ilzy_F became a member. @Ilzy_F celebrates 6 months of membership.
Yeah, Claw.
I'd be so insulted if someone broke up with me for fucking Birdie. Crying face emoji. Crying face emoji. Crying face emoji. Crying face emoji. Who's that roommate? Pikachu. It's Birdie. Fuck.
Yeah, you can still say fuck. Those streams with her complaining are crazy. Yes, they are insane.
this for research. I'm not going to.
I'm here to tell you right now, we don't care.
You cannot pay me any amount of money.
They are insane. They are fucking insane. This fucking bitch crashes out and makes no sense. Like, oh, you're bullying this person, yada yada. I was like, fuck off and die.
To watch a 3-hour video from SYNNIBEAR. However, from what I can deduce, Cindy's whole defense for this video is either to deflect to Birdie's mental health or to accuse Deadwing of victim blaming. Both points have issues. Mental illness is often not a cop-out for everything, especially Birdie's actions, and that Birdie warps a lot of these situations in his response. What's annoying is people watched Birdie's video, and most of them didn't know the context for any of these stories, so they only had Birdie's word to go off of.
And that was really interesting because Birdie was gone for almost 3 years when they make their response video. So that's where it gets like super crazy. Super fucking crazy.
But Cindy did know the context. She was there for most of it and directly participated in it. So I only see this video as just willful ignorance. What happened to disassociating from Birdie due to his actions? Well, it's worth noting that Book Spray claimed Cindy would outright compare her to Birdie and use her as a sort of substitute for her obsession with.
Yes. So something very interesting to note is that Bug Spray, who would later come out as an adult, but they were a minor when they were talking to, I believe, maybe as a minor too.
I can't believe Cinny would attack a disabled creator SMH.
That's crazy. Thank you, middleman. But yeah, Cinny would compare her current partners to Birdie and would vocally obsess over Birdie and their relationships.
Now, there is no proof of this, but what we do have is Cindy sending over her hand-drawn comics about Birdie, which adds some credence to Bug Spray's story. Furthermore, the aspects of Birdie and Cindy's home life were very one-sided. Apparently, Cindy worked 2 jobs, paid the full rent, bought Birdie a computer, and was also Birdie's carer for his health issues, whilst Birdie was just a bed blob, either drawing or sleeping. There are very few people who would drive days on end for a quote-unquote friend, especially one who they only started talking to recently. Users noted that Cindy seemed relatively stressed from how she acted on streams or how she talked in a Discord. Maybe it was her drama with Deadwing or just the stress of holding up a household. Nobody saw it coming, but Cindy's life was nearing a knife's edge, and the world would soon collapse in on her.
And no.
In September 2024, 2 Google documents were dropped on SYNNIBEAR. One of them
God, this is insane to think about that this is a full like year and some change ago now. Holy shit.
Exposed Cindy for stuff we've discussed already, that being the Sock Gang group chat and Cindy's relationship with Bug Spray. The other one is an entirely new claim surrounding an individual named Enno. Enno was 14, Cindy was 20. Around one
pedophile. Say it with me, chat. SYNNIBEAR is a pedophile.
188 pages, the document is a timeline of Cindy and Enno's conversations, beginning in November 2023. Enno was a friend of another YouTuber named Soph the Neko, who had made the main video on the Bug Spray situation. Enno had reached out as a fan, and the conversation wasn't that lively when they first came into contact. But there were key establishments, such as Enno saying she was 14, while Cindy laments over how all the funny people out there are just children.
Yes. Oh, you're so funny because you're a child. Oh, haha, you're so cute because you're a kid. Oh. Does that sound normal?
Over the next few months, Enno and Cindy would sporadically talk with each other, with long calls and DMs where Cindy and Enno began talking about sexual topics.
Cries a lot in dealing with boy, get bent. Over the counter, it's sexy.
This went from discussion to fantasies to eventually showing Enno
the rape comic.
Explicit artwork of several sexual situations involving Cindy's character, as well as continuing to draw NSFW art around Sock's characters. In particular, she shows an entire comic to Enno about Sock's OC boy, which involved SA. I think it has to be emphasized how much of a flashbang this entire conversation was.
It was so... Okay, so I shit you not. There is a stream of Chris the Narc, Xylee, if I remember correctly, and I think 2 other people reading the comic from the document, and all you hear is Xylee just like screaming bloody murder and calling like for death, and fucking Chris just screaming. Just screaming. Just screaming. It was one of the most insane... Oh, it was Beckett too. That was one of the most insane streams because like I had just started in commentary. And so like I remember listening to this and be like, what the fuck is this story?
Because it exposed so much, as well as the fact that this was all being...
I attempted to share the comic with you. I should censor the sex. I like sharing my stuff. We're entering hypersex.
...talked about to a 14-year-old, while Cindy acknowledged that she was a minor.
Yes. Talking about the minor stuff, saying that they were funny because they were a minor!
Cindy constantly talked about her dreams and fantasies all to this person, even using NSFW chatbots in their DMs.
Oh, yes. Cindy would also speak to fucking chat GPT to have sex with it. Whose channel is this on? So this is Toastify's video. Also, I do recommend Blue Maxine. You can look at Blue Maxine or just Blue and then type in Cindy. Blue's videos goes into a little bit more of the interwoven details because it's split into 2 parts about Cindy, and it explains more from a active participant of the animation community. So I think that that's actually like a really interesting thing. No, the comic stream, it's on Chris the Narcs.
Arguably the most harrowing part of this wasn't revealed until much later, when Cindy confessed that not only was she sending these images to Eno and playing out fantasies, in their calls, she was getting Eno to read out her explicit comics.
Boom. So remember, Kumo of Kumo Commentary, Romantic Goblin, Evan Do Things, and other fucking people got into the SYNNIBEAR defense group because in different fashions, they were all convinced that Cindy wasn't really that bad. This is why I will never, ever look positively on Kumo. Now, I've been told he was a massive moron, but not that bad. I fucking beg to differ. Fucking disgusting.
You had Eno
But I know that he's off the internet. I don't give a fuck.
read out the comic in VC.
Like the dialogue. I didn't think to mention it. It just didn't seem like a...
All the questions we were asking you about you needing to be 100% honest about what was like damning and...
I mean, I didn't even think about it. It didn't even come across my mind. I don't know, it's just like a...
Hey Kumo, does knowing that fact change anything for you?
Yeah, quite a bit. Because that's, like, literally asking her to engage in your...
It was mostly just, like, being able to, like, hear what her reaction...
You fucker. You knew about this. The document was there, and you read it, and then you would secretly defend her because you wanted to gay up Birdie for your big video, you stupid fuck. I got a hate for Kumo like you don't fucking understand.
...action was...
Oh, okay. No, we're done. We're done.
You know...
You asked her to read it, and you wanted her reaction. You know what that means?
Like, I wanted to see if she liked it or not.
Oh my god!
I just like getting feedback.
Yet for weeks on end, don't listen to this fucking stupid fuck's reaction, because for weeks on fucking end, this guy would defend Cindy publicly, so he could get a fucking keylogger on Birdie's computer because he wanted to break the Birdie story, to the point where he blamed Eno for a period of time publicly and called them a hypersexual minor. It fucking pissed me off. And then he's like publicly like, oh, I leaked the jar video, which I don't care that he leaked the jar video. I actually don't give a fuck about that. My issue was there was a defense group after she had already admitted that she had done these things.
I didn't think. Not, no.
Oh, you wanted feedback.
Yes, and compared the Eno and Birdie stuff to, quote, locker room girl talk.
It's attacked.
I didn't think it was like that.
Cinny and Eno's conversations continued until September, stopped by the release of this document. Now, one of the main defenses that people put out for Cinny in response to this document, maybe the main one, is that she was straight. Therefore, she had no interest.
Oh my god, actually just put the gun to your temple.
Eno was a partner.
Nah, not Toastify, but anybody who ever fucking said that. That's so fucking insane.
Therefore, it's not grooming. Obviously, if you've paid attention to the video, you realize how dumb that is. Even if Cinny was straight as far as we know, she had a history of dating women, which were some of her longest relationships. The reason her first relationship ended was because she changed her sexuality, something which was probably influenced by her conservative parents. In fact, with Bug Spray in particular, the patterns between her and Eno's cases are almost one-to-one. Cinny plucking out a random fan, befriending them quickly, and then using them as an outlet for all their fantasies.
Yep. Yes, there was also an implication that Eno may or may not have been a honeypot. That is true.
And even if
but I think that comes more from Jar, but it's like a whole weird thing.
Point about her being straight was somehow valid, what difference would it make? Apart from the sudden distinction of labels,
it's not about this. It's not about sexuality. It's about having power over vulnerable people. That's literally how pedophilia works. Exactly.
It doesn't change much about what Cinny did. With grooming, there's even a specific tactic used known as EPI, or early introduction.
Yes! Early porn introduction! Thank you, Toastify. For those who don't know, early porn introduction is sharing those kinds of images with minors so they feel more comfortable with seeing it over a period of time as they are growing up. I often said from this drama that this felt like groomed children becoming adults and then grooming the next group, like set of groomed children. And I'm fucking so apt. EPI is part of the EPI, from what I understand, is part of the process.
Minors are exposed to adult content. That tactic can absolutely be applied
It's
here.
like one of the tactics that are used.
Yeah. Cinny showed Eno NSFW art and comics pertaining.
Fellas, you don't get excited about EPI. No, I get excited about the term being fucking used, because I think the term, like, understanding that there are terms for it, whether colloquially or used more broadly, medically or research-wise, I think it's really important to use, like, and correctly, by the way, correctly use terms like grooming, especially when we talk about a lot of stuff on the internet when it comes to sexual grooming, as well as a bunch of things. I think, especially because on the internet, we don't really identify, oh, it's financial grooming, terroristic grooming, yada. No, when we mean grooming, especially in commentary, we are talking about pedophilia, we're talking about sexual exploitation. So it's really, in my opinion, incredibly important to correctly define these types of topics. And don't use grooming as like oh, well, I mean this type. No. When you say grooming, you are signaling something.
Specific is in a one-on-one conversation.
It's the same way when Caramel Fang is like, oh, IA is a zoophile and a pedophile. Okay, can you identify what those mean? And then couldn't do it.
And entrusted her with these secrets. Not only did she make Eno read these comics on call, but she also encouraged her to draw her own comics. Anyone with a working brain knows that what Cinny has done here is extremely wrong and unforgivable. At the time of the Eno document, Birdie and Cinny were both on holiday, just about to return. Birdie would confront Cinny on what she had done, and then move to make a video about her that would blow this whole situation up, titled, "My roommate groomed a 14-year-old, I need help." This whole video ruining Cinny's career seems to be quietly recorded in the room next to her. In addition to promoting the documents against Cinny, Birdie would also allege that Cinny had been inappropriate with him multiple times during his stay with her, something she vehemently denied. The video ends off with Birdie showing a half-completed sexualized animation of him and Cinny Bear's characters, for seemingly no reason other than to not let it go to waste.
I'll be very honest. Birdie, and I always said this, I had issues with Birdie, because then they're like, oh, I need these $12,000 to move. And I was like, something don't smell right. I was vindicated. I remember on the stream when I said it.
In the coming days, Birdie's GoFundMe set up
Yes! This fucking scam of a GoFundMe!
To escape Cinny would surpass its goal of $10,000, while Cinny's whole career was in freefall. She began tanking subscribers, and all she could do is purge some of her videos and publish a short apology, admitting to everything.
I was going to make a video talking about a recent document.
Hey, oh god, Slug White.
Sluggito Mussolini tipped $1. Fuck you, Mooney. I cannot be funny in donations anymore. I have made a deal with the devil, almost falling for the demon in a bottle. The world is swirling, twisting, contorting, and making me realize the threads holding it all together. Buffering.
Thank you, Mooney.
That was released about me, but the situation has gotten much more serious as I realize the damage that I've caused. I've been an irresponsible content creator, and I've been acting inappropriately towards my fans.
So for those who are unaware, Cinny fully admitted to grooming. Now remember that. She fully admits to this prior to Jar putting out the video. Also, while Kumo is like weirdly publicly defending her.
Alone is enough for me to realize I need to make sweeping changes to how I conduct myself and how I interact.
Well, privately kind of defending. It gets really, the Kumo shit gets really weird.
With my fans. But the most serious thing I've done is I've groomed a minor. I became friends with a 14-year-old after I made a mental note to myself to not become friends with minors again. And I overshared with them.
This bitch had to tell herself, I will not groom another minor, and she fucking failed at grooming another minor. You know how fucking insane that is?
I shared graphic, explicit materials with them when I shouldn't have. I groomed this child, and I knew what I was doing was wrong. And I betrayed everyone who looked up to me. I betrayed my friends. I've done the worst possible thing I could have done, and I'm suffering for my choices. I'm sorry to everyone I've ever made uncomfortable with my sexual content. I'm sorry to the victim I groomed. I don't want to say their name, I want to protect their identity. I'm sorry for what I've done. I'm ashamed of myself for doing this and hurting everyone. I'll be closing my Discord server. I'm shutting down my Patreon. I won't be posting my art.
In the following days, Birdie would move out while Cinny was close to ending it all. The police were called, but just for a
Yeah, the police were called. I know, oh god, this fucking story gets weird. There was also a moment where... So, there's also a moment where the Cinny Defense Force, which included Romantic Goblin and Kumo, Romantic Goblin would reach out to Vlad, aka Gilded Poo, and ask Vlad how to buy a gun, or if he had a gun to sale or something like that. It got so fucking weird, man. This part of the drama gets fucking bizarre.
Wellness check, and Birdie would later return just to break in and take one of Cinny's cats, as well as leaving a hat on Cinny's bed that said groom.
Oh, not the ballad of Script is insane.
This action made some people believe that Birdie was making the situation about himself, rather than the 14-year-old.
And he was. Birdie absolutely was doing that.
That had just been groomed. Privately, Cinny was far from apologetic. Her main emotion was anger towards Birdie and Laurel, one of her closest online friends over the years who had also publicly distanced herself. In leaked diaries and drawings, she can be seen fantasizing about murdering them both. In the wake of
Hey, look, it's the vent art again.
Cancellation, Cinny would...
Jack made a Twitter thread. He has more info on me in the second video coming. Talking to friends and coworkers. Yeah.
Reportedly doxxed, and several people called up her employers, telling them what happened. They let Cinny know, and she was spooked, instantly buying stuff like pepper spray, knives.
Yep. Cindy, please. Jack wants to kill me. He wants me to suffer. Do not friend request. Someone's going to kill me in real life. I may need a gun, but I just bought the knife pepper a little overboard. I forget who these messages... Were these the messages to Kumo or Goblin, or was this a third party? I don't remember.
Crowbars. Despite everything that happened, Cinny was somehow still in contact with Eno.
That's right. I forgot about this.
Weird listening to this while playing my horse racing game.
Thank you, Zola. This was the weird part. Because, like, Eno, I think, was trying to help Cinny in a weird way, which, again, the 14-year-old grooming victim trying to help their groomer is very weird. Again, I'm not blaming Eno. I'm just like, it got weird.
And still venting to them about all this stuff. Thankfully, Eno would then cut her off.
Yep. I love you. I love you, too. This is like... Fuck, this is grooming, dog. This is so fucking weird, man. I think Eno said they were still in contact in the Birdie video and they did nothing. Yeah, like, again, I don't blame Eno for this. Eno is a child. They were 14. This is what happens with grooming victims, even when they come out. They still see their groomer as like a source of like comfort. It is like a real thing.
And anyone else would be forgiven for thinking that this was the end of everything. But shockingly, Cindy was not down and out yet. Despite the insurmountable evidence that had been presented, she still had supporters. The only issue is that they weren't really here for her.
Good segue, Toastify. Very good fucking segue.
Pushback
it's Kumo!
To the support of Birdie began with a commentary YouTuber named Kumo, who had a history of being an Pushback to the support of Birdie began with a commentary
I think the thing makes animations
for a YouTuber named Kumo, who had a history of being an edgy contrarian of sorts.
Oh, this fucking faggot. Oh, here we go!
In the art commentary community. Kumo began to stream discussing the Cinny situation. His argument/crackpot theory stemmed from the fact that Eno pestered Cinny for attention for months, and his theory is that Sofa Neko sent Eno as a ploy to frame Cinny.
Yes, it was. Yes, it was.
Also infamously dismissed Cinny and Eno's descriptive conversations as high school locker room girl talk.
Fuck Kumo for this. He also wanted Birdie.
Obviously, the flaw in
he not only that, it's on a stream of mine. It's on a stream of mine because Kumo would DFE, he would delete his channel, yada yada yada. There is an argument that Kumo has where he's telling somebody, you don't understand, it's not grooming. You just don't have all the evidence. I have all the evidence and I'm telling you it's not grooming. And the other guy's like, nah, dog, she admitted to it. And he's like, no, you're just fucking wrong and stupid. Fucking idiot.
This argument is what a 20-year-old would be doing in a high school locker room. Kumo's belief was that this was all a massive operation to frame Cinny, and Birdie was mooching off.
Slug off Hitler tipped $1. Kumo is very lucky he left the internet before I found out what he said about me, and he is lucky I made an agreement with B to not be evil. He is extremely lucky.
Thanks, Slug.
As much as he could, even to the extent of the GoFundMe. These streams would eventually get Cinny's attention.
I think it's this stream where he's fighting it. No, he's playing Naruto in one of the streams. I remember. Yes, and he also said the doc was too long.
And the two would get in contact. Kumo's defense would provide a basis for the setup of an entire
Evan does kids! I see you there, Evan!
A group chat made to defend Cinny, which has now been given the name SYNNIBEAR Defense Force.
Yes, we did call it the SYNNIBEAR Defense Force. I can't remember who, like, specifically said it. It was Jujutsu Kaisen. Thank you, Arkham Destroyer. Yes, it was.
Group chat included Kumo, who we already know. The other major figure here was someone named Romantic Goblin, an aspiring streamer and archivist who used to be part of the art commentary community. She had changed sides to
this fucking vapid space of like fucking waste of space. I know she's still afraid of like a lot of people in commentary. This bitch was so useless. A fucking dried cum is more useful than this dumb bitch. Oh, fuck me. And yes, Evan is like an omega stupid moron and would openly say, I quietly quit the Cinny Defense Force, the stupid fucking dumbass.
Or of a contrarian stance in recent drama, and allied herself with Kumo in order to further her aspirations. Her presence also drew together other members of the group chat, people from her community who were there to give advice. Most importantly, the group managed—
I believe Kumo's girlfriend was also there, and people blocked out Kumo's girlfriend's name just for like obvious like niceties. Yeah, no, Goblin could never take the heat.
How are your white scars coming along, Falgi?
One day I'll paint the space wolves that I have. I have space wolves. I don't have white scars. One day I'll get white scars.
To get in Cinny herself, and they would give her advice on how to move forward.
Like buy a gun.
Now I can't lie, this group chat has some interesting things. For example, Romantic Goblin tried to buy a gun to arm Cinny for self-defense, which is incredibly funny. She also wrote up an entire defense—
Yes! Goblin wrote a weird defense. Like, Goblin was the one critiquing Cinny on how to make public statements. It was fucking insane. And so anyone, like, this has always been my argument. This has always been my argument when people have argued about, oh, what Kumo and Goblin, like, how, like, mentally incapacitated they may or may not be. I've read through the entire group chat. We did it on stream when somebody leaked it. because thanks, Chris and Ark sent it to me. There was no denotion of any kind of mental incapacities that would have prevented, that would excuse what these people did in this server and in this group chat. Now, there are some people who are less involved than others, but there was no amount, in my opinion, of mental deficiencies other than being fucking morons and fucking clout chasing goblins that would have done that. Who's this goblin hoe and why does Falgi hate her? She tried to help rehabilitate a pedophile's image. Straight up. That's why I hate her.
Draft for Cinny that includes her labeling their own group as the KKK. However, even within this group, there were underlying issues. People like Romantic Goblin and Evan Do Things wanted to keep the conversations to the group chat, whilst Kumo
fuck you, Evan Do Things!
Wanted Cinny for himself, so that
yes, he did! And Kumo would get into private fucking messages with her.
He could control the public flow of information. Throughout their DMs, Kumo can be seen nestling pretty close to
Sweetheart. Oh, and Kumo would always say, I'm from the South, I'm from the South.
Cinny, repeatedly addressing her as a sweetheart. On September 30th, SYNNIBEAR would private her initial admission and issue a 40-minute response defending herself. Cinny states that her previous confession was made under immense pressure and coercion by Birdie. So what was her grand defense? Well, the first 14 minutes are dedicated to addressing the grooming allegations, with the rest of the video going over Birdie, the claims he made, and his personal and financial issues. Cinny's defense against her grooming allegations is going on a sort of grooming checklist on some online website and arguing how she didn't fall under all these specific terms, despite the website itself saying that grooming may take a number of forms. The best part is when she says that she didn't discuss sexual stuff, just sadistic fantasies, before then backtracking and saying she did discuss sexual stuff. She also argues that NO started it, which is stupid because adults know better than minors around sexual topics, and it is their responsibility to control the conversation when such topics are brought up. The last point of note is that Cinny says she doesn't care about Sock's discomfort with how she was using her characters, saying it.
I hate her retracting her statement, bitch, you did that shit, and now you're trying to weasel out. Yeah, again, and she was getting help to weasel out of it. She was getting coached in how to weasel out of it.
He wanted that prejuicy.
He did.
It doesn't matter if the creator is a minor. The next 26 minutes are Cinny discussing her frustrations with Birdie's personal life and actions before breaking down in tears over her love for Birdie.
The fact that I thought he cared about me. I thought he loved me. And he says this awful shit publicly. Victory lapping around me. Encouraging people to make hateful art about me. Talking about stealing my intellectual properties for himself to use. Knowing that I can't say anything about it. Because the internet hates me. Trying to silence me once he found out that I was making my video. I feel sick because I still care about him. I genuinely hope he is safe. I still love him. Even after—
These two deserve each other. I hope they get back together. Honestly speaking, these two should get back together. These two should get back the fuck together.
After seeing all this.
What intellectual property you're okay, I will say this one thing. Cinny's art was not bad. That's the annoying part of all of this. Cinny's art wasn't terrible. It was Birdie's art that was ass, which is fucking annoying. But SYNNIBEAR is a pathetic pedophile.
I still love him. I don't know why he's acting like this. I know he has borderline personality disorder, so I really hope that this is just him splitting on me, and maybe later down the line he'll come to his senses and realize that I'm not the monster he's saying I am.
Who's the better couple, IA x Parlo or Cinny x Birdie? It's internet adjacent and Parlo, because like the secret hitter was Avalon the entire time. The secret hitter was Avalon.
Cinny's response wasn't up for long. The reception was about what you would expect, and she quickly took it down and issued a community post apology. Kumo and Goblin's well-constructed defenses had fallen over like a house of cards.
Yes, it did. Because this is her like being like, oh, it was too soon. I didn't think it was right to make the video. I hadn't processed everything. I'm not trying to excuse my actions while actively excusing her actions in that entire thing. Hey, Quantum, what's up?
To make things worse, Cinny's former friend Laurel would post a thread of
Yup, and then this document would come out.
Another relationship Cinny had, this time with a 15-year-old when she was 18. At one point she would ask this person out, and use the same tactics that she had done with NO and Bug Spray. Early exposure, followed by spamming sexual fantasies, NSFW art.
Now, one could make the argument, well, 18 and 15 is not bad. Because it's like the you know, that 3-year age gap, which my whole thing is not addressing the age gap. What I'm addressing is a pattern of behavior. And it's a pattern of consistent behavior that as Birdie gets older, her victims get younger. Because it starts 1815. Then, like, what is it, 1917-ish or 1916-ish? It gets really weird. And then she is 2021, and her victim, her NO, is 14. So as she gets older, her victims are getting younger.
And showing the comics she had made. And if things couldn't get...
Fuck you, Kumo, and you fucking stolen art dumbass. Cinny, not Birdie? Did I not say Cinny? Oh, I meant to say Cinny. I mean, Birdie is yeah, I mean Cinny. Guys, it happens sometimes. It happens. I mix up names.
Any worse, Kumo, Cinny's biggest defender, had found out something he hadn't known previously. Cinny had contacted another YouTuber who was working on defending...
Hey!
Enter Just a Robot.
It's Jar, everybody!
Established art commentary channel whose eyes had seen the glory of YouTube for over 10 years at this.
Thine eyes have seen the glory of the coming of the Lord. He is trampled on the jar balls, cause the dumbass isn't stored.
Point. Jar was interested in covering the recent drama with Cinny, as he had been before with every new art commentary drama of the time. His only interactions with Cinny prior were Cinny citing him in his video on Spoctor, and him commenting on said video. Jar had already worked on and finished a first draft of the video, in which he basically condemned Cinny. But seeing Kumo's streams, Jar believed that public opinion was beginning to change in favor of Cinny, and without hesitation, scrapped his first draft and molded it into what would eventually be...
Yes. And we have that first draft. That first draft is out. Lyle Convoy published it. And it's the thing that... It was always the thing that Vincent completely neglects, is that Jar made a first draft of the video and then scrapped it because he thought his biggest hater was right. And it was the one thing that, like, I'm trying to impress on Vincent. And he's like, that didn't exist. I'm like, no, motherfucker, the video exists. It's why everyone hates Jar.
Come a defense for Cinny's actions. He later managed to get into contact with Cinny and conducted an interview for his video. With this new second draft done, Jar began sending the link around to other people to get their opinions on the video. One of them was Romantic Goblin, who obviously sent it to Kumo.
Yes, she did.
And Kumo, having seen Cinny talk to someone else, now felt betrayed and leaked Jar's video. Panicking, Jar then uploaded his video as the SYNNIBEAR03 rabbit hole. During the 24
Oh my god, that video. This was the video that sparked it all.
Hours that it was up, Jar had introduced us all to probably one of the worst commentary drama videos made in human history. This includes him lying about not reading the document even though he had.
Yes, Toastify, yes! Yes, he's like, oh, I was too dyslexic. He allegedly listened to a video explaining it and also was able to see the images from it. Guys, my congestion just came back. I'm very annoyed.
As well as defending Cinny by downplaying what she sent and equating it to sexy scenes from anime. Jar constantly argued over the definition of groomer and used his distinction to excuse her as just being a sexual deviant.
Now, Toastify, you needed to say the fucking line. She's not a groomer, just a coomer.
The video also includes a soul-sucking interview portion, and I'm being incredibly generous calling it an interview because it's basically Jar advising her on what to do and confirming all his biases.
Yep.
As well as saying some really cringy stuff that was even making Cinny uncomfortable.
You were just a bit bi-curious, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. Once I kissed an Italian guy, but that's...
Wow. You didn't even use me in the video. I'm the Italian guy, Toastify. That's fucked up. I'm the Italian guy that he's afraid of.
Not important right now.
Way back when, I like became friends with someone named Pee-wee.
Like, something isn't right, and after looking at everything, I realized what you did was bad. Very bad. If you were... You better thank your... Now, if you had a pee-pee, you would be... Oh, man, it would not be good for you if you had a pee-pee.
Aw, man.
Yeah, but... people are more forgiving when women do this.
Whilst Kumo's tactics seem to be about controlling the information, Jar's idea was to gather together a band of creators to defend Cinny. One of those targets was Chud Logic, a drama streamer who had covered Birdie's video and Cinny's document. Him just making fun of all sides involved and not taking it too seriously caught Jar's attention. As these DMs read to me, Jar saw an ally in Chud and someone he could convince to fight alongside him, but that idea would be his undoing. Jar would DM Chud with the video link, and he watched it a day later on stream, obviously lambasting it for how terrible it was. During this reaction, Kumo asked Cinny to send over her DMs with Jar, which were then sent to Chud and shown on stream. Not only was there confirmation of Jar trying to use Chud as a conduit for a defense, but also really weird messages that Jar sent to Cinny.
He ain't the feature, but welcome to Decim Jar.
Blossoms, thank you. Yes, it is Charles Logic III. Yes, it is.
Such as flirty messages and jokes, as well as asking her to hop on a late night.
Oh, the sleepy time calls. Good night. Good night. Good
night call so that he could fall asleep to her voice. This would lead Chud to confront Jar on stream, not only about his video points, but also on his DMs.
Well, I would put to you that the behaviour exhibited here goes beyond being inappropriate. And
Thank you, Chud.
It's so egregious as to not really warrant this, you know, semantic debate over whether or not it's grooming. This person was engaging in extended sexual conversations and sending
Wall congested. Yeah, I'm like, my fucking voice is like shot.
them not safe for work knowingly when they were 14. And
oh, that's like the other thing too, when Vincent's like Jar video of oh, Chud's being performative. Yeah, he is, but he's also pissed off that like Jar tried to sell it as he wasn't fucking talking to Cinny.
The person was 20 and SYNNIBEAR is 20. Like, that's a bit more than inappropriate and could easily constitute grooming by some people's definitions, no? And it seemed to me like you just wanted to have a chat and have a laugh and talk about other drama and present yourself as this person who's done this before and everything's going to be okay. Don't worry, SYNNIBEAR, we're going to sort this out. It was almost like listening to a defense attorney talk to their client. In the course of pursuing this story, you spoke to SYNNIBEAR and you developed some sort of attraction or interest in them beyond the purely professional one. This has then led you to frame the video in a certain way, and this is the architect now of your pain. This connection that you've made, this non-disclosed connection, which is a complete conflict of interest and should never have happened.
I have no sexual interest in Cinny at all.
But you, okay, let's say that. Go on.
No, actually, I want to take no. Okay, maybe I do have sexual interest in Cinny.
Homelander could not get this out of me, brother.
I mean, I'm a straight guy. Come on. So I'm gonna walk back on that, but
even Chud is like, oh no, Chud tried to be kind and it failed.
So you were trying to use my platform in order to spread your message under the auspices of, oh, I just want your feedback. That's extremely manipulative, and I'm amazed that you think I would fall for that. I'm astounded that you think you could pull a fast one on me like this.
Well, I did want your feedback.
Who are you kidding?
I know, it's just I thought there were so many offensive videos out there.
Where is the Diesel? Does the Diesel fucking cameo come in? Because it's one of my favorite ones.
Why can't there be one video going in the, well, aside from Kumo,
I don't know what Sewer Slut is, by the way, guys.
Another video going in the opposite direction. Like, I was trying to add.
Do you think there should be a video defending Jeffrey Epstein against his crimes?
Jeffrey Epstein, the gay serial killer, right?
No, that's Jeffrey Dahmer.
Oh, fuck me. What a fucking moment. What a fucking moment of all time. Fuck.
Jar's terrible video gave the SYNNIBEAR case so much more publicity that it went beyond the animation meme community.
Chat, here's your obligatory please like and subscribe. Like and subscribe to the Op Block. We're on our way to 5K, you fucks. If we hit 5K, nothing really happens. But yeah, you know, DK kills it with thumbnails. I have to admit, I kind of like steal some like small tips from DK here and there when I was looking at it. But yes, like and subscribe. Join the Discord if you're 18 or years or older, and your account is 6 months or older. But yes, remember, chat, you can join the Discord today, and it'd be great. Thank you so much. Each and every one of you are incredibly special.
If there was any chance that Cindy could come back, it had been snuffed out by Jar's sheer incompetency. In the wake of this, Kumo and Goblin would confront Cindy on her contact with Jar, during which Kumo essentially turns on her. According to the call, their issue was that Cindy was far more happy and bright in her interview with Jar, whereas in their conversations, she presented herself as incredibly affected by the whole situation. Kumo was annoyed that Cindy had basically disregarded his advice and felt she had used the group chat for comfort. They were also furious that Cindy didn't tell them that she had gone on voice calls with Eno to read the comics.
I'll just be blunt with you. I have a problem with how you've effectively lied and have been performing.
Kumo, go fuck yourself. Go fuck yourself. Go fuck yourself. Go fuck yourself. Kumo, go fuck yourself. Kumo, go fuck yourself. Okay. Go fuck yourself, Kumo. Go fuck yourself, Kumo. You're a fucking faggot. You're a lying piece of shit. Go fuck yourself, Kumo. You tried to get the story on Birdie. You're a fucking faggot. Fuck you. Go die. Is that enough?
For like the last, I don't know, almost month.
Can I get some donos that are just fuck you, Kumo?
With me. You are not in a position to be so like careless, and you only and you don't even try to lie to me. You only talked to Jar and continued contact with Jar because he told you what you
Oh, here we go. Here's the just the rapist line.
Wanted to hear, and I didn't. And this I did, you know, honestly, in hindsight, I shouldn't have. I should have just let you go down that path. But you're freaking out that I tried to undermine Jar in your best interest. Make it perfectly clear that you were aware he was making passes at you.
I didn't think it
So were you fucking weirdo.
was at the time. At the time, I thought he was just being, like, weird. I didn't think it was, like, an actual pass. Like, I was assuming that...
Yeah, Place, I've heard that. Again, I don't think his girlfriend should have ever been attacked for it. I don't think Kumo ever felt guilty for this, in my opinion.
You're smarter than you're letting on.
Hearing you say the words of power, our soy boy is ascending. Hey, listen, faggot is my slur. That's my particular slur.
That was weird. I didn't think it was, like, a flirt. Like...
So why was it weird?
Because I just thought it was strange to say, because it's just not something you say.
Because you thought it was a flirt.
Not really, it's just...
Well, then why would it be strange?
However,
why do you sound like a jealous boyfriend?
Hard to not see this as something else, especially with Kumo sounding like a jealous ex-boyfriend.
Yes! Yes!
I think the...
Fucking Kumo.
Yes, if you tip today, you could say, fuck you, Kumo. Can we get a bunch of donos that just say, fuck you, Kumo?
There is some genuine anger in there, but it's also very evident how fast the tides were changing. And it's possible these two saw it as a very convenient smokescreen to obscure their involvement in Sunny's defense. Unfortunately for them, the group chat logs would later be leaked online. But more...
Yes, the Copen Seed video.
Importantly, Cindy had lost her last real defenders. Following Jar's video, a lot of the community focused more...
Hey! I don't... The Crispy Tavern video is interesting, but...
Slug tipped $1. Fuck you, Kumo. Evan does things was smart enough to apologize to me for his bullshit. Come back to content creation at your own risk.
I don't fucking... I mean, I would probably cover Kumo's shit. If he came back, we'd probably make fun of him.
On him and his weird actions. Jar had pretty much...
I feel like, I'm not gonna say we do a bully stream, but it'd be fucking gross.
Taken the heat off SYNNIBEAR, and if anything, it at least allowed her to drag down
So this is the interesting part about Cinny's drama. Cinny killed more online careers than her own. Absolutely insane. She took out a fucking boatload of people with her.
While she was going down. When Cinny and Birdie had moved in together, they bought 2 cats for each other, one named Squirp and the other named Stupid. However, due to Birdie not wanting to put his dead name on the legal papers, Cinny legally owned both cats. This was a fine solution until of course it wasn't.
Tigress Leona, Tusky, tipped $1. Fuck you, Kumo, 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 foo.
Thank you. Oh no, no, no.
Slugs of Stalin tipped $4.20. In no longer bound by you.
Nope, we're not doing that. Nope, 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 Slug, nope. No, we're skipping that.
And as we know, Birdie would break into Cinny's house and take his cat back, before then claiming that Cinny had taken it back away. The only issue is Cinny had never taken Birdie's cat. After Birdie took one of the cats, he actually left it at the house of Queen, one of Cinny's former friends, and just lied to make Cinny look worse, I guess. There seems to be no reason behind this other than that, a completely unnecessary thing to do, and it gave Cinny the chance to challenge it with a video of her own. In the video, she also claims that Birdie did not take good care of the cats, and would often leave litter and food around on the floor, with Cinny having to come home from work to tend to them, whilst there is no...
Hexglef tipped $1. Fuck you, Kumo. I've always hated you. Your downfall was my victory. Get cooked.
So get cucked, but thank you. Thank you.
Proof of such a claim, Birdie does have a history of neglecting his pets, as seen with his now deceased pet ferret, Chara. Sunny would then play a recording of her coming to Queen's house to retrieve the cat, only to be turned away rather than stealing it.
Hello. I'm here for my cat.
No.
What do you mean, no?
Cynthia, you're not allowed.
I mean, I don't. To be fair, I don't care about Birdie's dead name.
Slug tipped $1. I'm just a little guy. Read the dono Falgathan.
No, because you're saying safety's off. I'm not gonna do that, brother. I don't care about Birdie's dead name so much as it may dox them.
Fuck you, Kumo tipped $1. Fuck you, Kumo. 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 Fuck you, Kumo.
I really
fuck you, Kumo. Fuck you, Kumo.
Really eating my words, aren't I?
Fuck you, Kumo. 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 Fuck.
Thank you.
Here.
What do you mean?
Cynthia, go home.
Your father let me inside. Where's my cat?
I'm going to give her to you.
What do you mean?
Because she's not your cat.
Yes, she is. Where is my cat?
Cynthia, no.
You
What
think
do you
you'd
mean,
learn?
no?
I never learn, chat. I never learn.
Yeah, go home.
What do you mean, no? I have the paperwork. I can show you the paperwork, actually.
Cynthia, just because you bought this cat for Jack. You said you bought this cat for Jack.
That means literally nothing.
That does mean something. You bought this cat for Jack, yes? Is this cat yours? I mean,
Yes.
did
Yes.
you buy this cat?
Yes.
Yes?
She's my.
Queen is one of the dumbest fucking people on the internet. I hate this bitch just as much sometimes. She is one of the dumbest fucking people on the internet. I fucking hated her. I'll never forget I leaked that she wanted Ace to take down her videos on her, his videos on her. Fuck you.
Cat. I spent the money. I signed the paperwork. Give me my cat.
His cat back. Didn't Jack give you the money for your cat?
I can't say that for sure. I want my cat.
Cynthia, go.
I literally gave you like a court order.
Okay, and go before I call the cops.
I
will call the cops, Cynthia.
really cannot believe you.
Okay, I'll call 911 then. Go. Go.
You. God.
Go. Just go. Just go.
You.
And thank you.
Whilst the cat drama did not rejuvenate Cindy's
Do you know what's crazy? Cindy has all the cats now.
career, it certainly spelled the end of Birdie's short-lived retirement.
Slug tipped $1. I stand by what I said in the dono.
No, Slug. No running people. No longer welcome to KKK. Cool. Thank you for the dono, buddy. Falgathan, please stop eating my snacks in the fridge. I'm very hungry. Thank you.
Interest was renewed in his actions, and criticisms for inappropriate behavior were met with Birdie responding by pill posting. Old characters from his past would later come back into
the pill posting!
the spotlight, and Birdie would vanish offline, having spent the GoFundMe money on MLP merch rather than housing. Following this, Cindy would also go silent, pausing all of her comments and briefly unlisting all of her videos, before putting them back with a few obvious omissions. Cindy seems to be totally focused on her real-life situation. It's unclear if she's gotten back in contact with any part of her family, but it's evident that any attempt at a comeback was futile.
But did she return? Free Slug.
Free Slug tipped $1. Free Slug 2025.
Thank you, Slug.
As said before in the intro, Cindy's whole case was overshadowed by the violently explosive crescendo of her career. It wasn't just limited to these allegations. The amount of people that either threw themselves in the line of fire or just were hit by collateral damage made this so interesting. Kumo, Goblin, almost everyone from that group chat, Birdie and Cindy herself are all pretty much gone. Jar is barely hanging on after everyone took his parts away. It's easy to forget that Cindy was the whole reason behind this all starting, and her story beyond that shows a knocking of dominoes, a moral mainframe fading away. Stepping away from the whole timeline for a second, when I was working on this video, I originally titled this SYNNIBEAR Solitude. In fact, it might still be on the title card. And as cool of a title as that sounds, I scrapped it because it wasn't accurate. To just base this all on being lonely is downplaying it. I think it's far better to say that SYNNIBEAR lived her whole career through a victim complex. Perhaps sensitive to apply that to someone who has apparently been victimized, but that may have been the source for it. Cindy spent a lot of her career known as the first good Sans fangirl, a heavy amount of praise that was deserved to some extent. But when she got into her early controversies, she would lose almost every time, and face the heat from the whole whole community. That heightened sense of self being utterly shattered by her own decisions was something hard to accept for her when she was young. Over time, it's obvious that as she grew up, she grew tired of being held accountable, thinking she'd already atoned by now despite these being different issues. Her humility became hubris, and she became more incentivized to just get rid of this.
Yes, Toastify. Yes, Toastify. You're absolutely correct, Toastify. Oh, the post-epilogue preamble, Toastify. Thank you,
the
Toastify.
fact that she could lie and get away with it only strengthens
I like Toastify. I like having conversations with the guy. I like the dude's videos. It's just like, yeah, I know you need to have an ending to the video.
The idea that she was now free from the eyes of the public and later her parents, any authority that would hold her to her actions. Cindy felt she could do whatever she wanted, talk to anyone about anything on her mind, no matter what it was or how old they were. Ironically, that aspect of wanting to cry on everyone's shoulder was her undoing in how unintentionally popular it made her case. I still don't think Cindy feels bad for what she's done. Her response, the voice clips of her admitting to being in calls with Eno, show a very cold exterior. She doesn't feel bad because she doesn't think she did anything bad, and thinks she's the victim of everyone else. It's astounding to compare the present to back in 2020, when the drama got to a point that Cindy felt she had to change her name entirely, the one that she had become famous under, just to wipe the slate clean and leave the drama behind. But she never would. Instead of overcoming it and moving on, she would hold on to it, merely as a justification for promising herself the future. Thank you for watching, and until next time, stay safe and stay toasty.
Hey, that's Toastify's video, everybody. Did I already like this video? No. You should go watch Toastify's video if you get a chance. You guys should go watch Toastify's video. Oh, whoop, that was bad. Watch Toastify's video if you get a chance. W Toastify as always. I'll also recommend Blue Maxine's videos. I'll recommend Blue's channel. The only two videos Blue has are these SYNNIBEAR videos. What Blue does is go into, especially this first video, goes into a lot more of Cindy's early history within the animation meme community and the different relationships that she had within it. And I think that these were really good videos. We did a stream on it. I don't think I ever got the chance to watch this one. But this was a really good video. So this one carries the same amount of quality that the first one had, even if I had things that are different, it is like crazy. But yeah, that was a really good video. I don't know if there's anything else, to cover. I mean, I will say this, I guess, as a bonus content. Yes, spaced. That is my thing. Bonus content, I guess. Brony Fandom has been crashing out on Twitter. Brony Fandom has been crashing out on Twitter recently, and it's very interesting. So I guess we'll go over a little bit of Brony Fandom lore or content. So Brony Fandom has been crashing out on Twitter. And it's been interesting. So I'm not going to show all of these because some of these I can't show on YouTube. But like these are obviously a lot of the images that have been created about Brony Fandom regarding some of the hate art that he's gotten. Some of it obviously for like fucking Kiwi Farms memes. And then obviously some of it was the art contest that Beckett and even some of us that we held regarding like the bonking of Bonk. But there's something really interesting, right? So Brony Fandom goes on to say, you are fucking actual monsters. You're not normal. And you're going to go to laugh about the mental trauma I'm showing that you all fucking inflict. You're fucking freaks. Now, it gets a little bit deeper. This was the one that caught my eye. I can't keep doing this on my own. I'm breaking. Everyone's breaking. Even the ones who stopped trying are breaking. And she's afraid of what will happen coming forward. Because of all they've done to us. You could change that so fast. One person, one day, please. So this is under the Living Tombstones post. I don't know if anyone fucking like responds to him. I wonder if anybody responds to him. I can't see who responds to him, right? Because I'm blocked by him. So here's where this goes into. If I can go back to his posts. Let's see if I can find it. Let's see. Replies. It's someone with so little importance, yada, yada, yada. So he's crashing out, right? And he's like, oh, you know, grooming, blah, 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 yada, yada, yada. this document, December 6th. Did he delete it? So there is a message somewhere here, but I wonder if it's recent. So let me see. The video, what is this? Is this from a thread? No, this is from a thread. Okay. So he would post the fact that the interview is done. I wonder if he deleted that post. No, there's no way he deleted that, right? No. Oh no, so it's here. I reiterated it won't go out on December 4th, but he made a post that it was that the interview was done. Oh no, something happened to the interview. Something happened. Have you seen what he put on Blue Sky? No. Did he put something on Blue Sky recently? Hold up. Because I only have the only Blue Sky profile that I've actually gone to is his. No good deed goes unpunished. I don't know what this like is Blue Sky is like whatever. Let's see. No, yeah, he just reiterates the same things over and over. Yeah, no good deed goes unpunished, but I think we're about to hit the other side and finish this for good. And this was in regards to the interview that should have been done. But it seems like the interview is not panning out. Something happened. It's always been my thought process that Brony Fantone's big claim to fame was a video with one of the accusers, I assume would be Destiny Doodles, and misunderstanding what the point of an interview was. If I had to understand, no good deed goes unpunished. Yeah, he's wicked posting for real. I don't know. It's very, like, he's very bizarre. But that's pretty much all of the Brony Fandom content. I would like to see if there's more. If he will do more, I'm very curious. I don't think he will. Realistically speaking, I don't know if the interview will ever come out. He has promised it. I would say this. This is actually, like, not like a, this is not a meme. This is not like anything bad. If Brony Fandom had conclusive evidence, not only of Black Griffin's sexual improprieties, but was able to provide like a victim testimony that the victim could back up.
My Discord account has to be 6 months old to join your server? Really? Smirking face emoji, kissing face emoji.
You know, Kick-In, aren't you? Kick-In, you're in the Discord. What are you talking about? Aren't you in the Discord? Not the point. But more importantly, I'll say this. I always say this. If Bonk has information that is worth showing and worth promoting, I would do that. I've always said I would do that. The problem is his reactions, is because he thinks that you're disingenuous when you do that. I can make fun of him, but also promote a story and also like right or wrong. Something he just won't get through. Wait, are you serious?
Before we wrap up, Kendra recorded up to part 32.
But wait. But oh god, hold up. TikTok talk Kendra. But is this? But wait, hold up. No, we've already covered this part. We've already unfortunately covered this part. Oh, I thought she did a new one. Damn it! No, we've done 32. We're waiting on 33, chat. 33 needs to come out. If you know, yeah. But chat, that's pretty much the stream. Do I have anybody to send you guys to tonight? I don't think so. Can we get more likes on the video? We're almost to 100, chat. Can we hit the 100 likes tonight? Can we do that before I end stream? Fuck, I can't. Lazy is streaming about Bobert tomorrow, I think. Go support Lazy Bedhead as always. Lazy Bedhead is one of the greatest people I've met on this platform, and I will support her to the end of time. Big ups to everybody in chat for being here. Thank you guys so much for tipping, donating, feeding that pupper. We will be back tomorrow on camera for maybe more content regarding Avalon and IA and internet adjacent. But with that, chat, thank you guys so much and have a lovely, lovely night.